We'll give Uslog a little bit. She should be there in a second. It's been a second. I don't see her here. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. There she is.
Yep, I just lost track of time. I forgot what day it was, the usual.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. All right. So, Alette, it would be your chance to scribe. Would you like to scribe?
Of course.
Okay.
I always like those points.
Story points. Speaking of, I added a story posting section for Nightspire. So now you have the option of spending those story points.
Would ideas for class-related stuff go in there? I'm planning on having Alette multi-class, and if I had an idea of how that could work.
That would certainly be fine. It would be a little bit more smooth than just having her suddenly gain extra class stuff. So
yeah, especially because it's going to be probably Warlock. So
yeah, so that would be fine. We could brainstorm ideas as to how she gets her patron connection.
Yeah, I have some ideas, so I'll post those in there for sure.
Yeah. And then that
probably won't happen until level 5. But...
That's probably not going to cost story points, just because that's a natural part of your character progression and very much in tune with the story. But yeah, it would be a good place to have it.
It'd be nice to brainstorm it, because I have ideas, but I just want them to make sense,
Yeah, of course. All right. So, without further ado, Bud, could you give us a recap of the events of last time?
All right, we decided to rest for the remainder of the day, but after a few hours, we heard frantic knocking at the door. The Bloodhand got into a scuffle with plant creatures, and the 2 survivors fled back to us for safety. They thanked us for letting them inside and went up to the surface. As we were sleeping, Alette heard the sounds of a skirmish outside, but decided not to investigate or wake the rest of us. Morning arrived, and we set out again. We followed tracks down the hall to the east, and then south to a cracked door. Inside, we found several dead myconids and one badly injured white myconid that resembled Moldy. He said he drank a potion that he thought made him immune to the corruption, but he was still in rough shape. I tended to his wounds and we took him to Moldy, but he didn't know how to help him. We warned Moldy to use the fire Una built to burn the new myconid if he turned. Back in the hallway, we went north, and in a small locked room found the corpse of an adventurer. On him, we found some potions and a map and a little gold. He was wearing plate mail, but it was badly damaged. It looked like he had been crushed by vines growing up through the floor. The room across the hall seemed to be a laboratory. I sent a spider familiar down into the privy, but it was quickly snapped up by something down there. Apparently it was such a light snack that it made the thing angry. Vines burst through the privy and began reaching out at us like tentacles. We circled the toilet and plunged our weapons into the foul vines, hoping to flush them back from whence they came. I was knocked back and landed on my rear, which made me angry because it was basically elder abuse. One vine grabbed Una and started pulling her toward the hole, but we managed to damage the vines enough to make them let go and slink back into the water below. We couldn't see much down in the darkness, but it seemed there was a slowly moving stream down there. We decided not to explore it just yet, because we would probably find another way there eventually. We went back to the hall and checked out the door we passed earlier. Inside, we found more plants that seemed to have the corruption on them. Alette indicated that some of them appeared to be moving. We quietly moved into the room, but they noticed us anyway, and a large plant creature rose up to attack us. Rogan and Alette flanked it, and then I cast a spell to make it laugh and fall prone, which of course made it harder for Una to hit it from range. But it got back up shortly after, and we all chipped in to bring it down, or so we thought. It should have been killed by my attack, but was not. So we had to do something else. Fire did not work. Finally, Una scored a hit that seemed critically strong and killed it.
All right, thank you for that
was a fun
recap.
session.
Indeed.
Now remind me, one of you was training Rogan, right? Do we have a...
Alette is on
Okay,
downtime.
so we do have a project for that.
Yes.
All right. It's also something that
I have
could
to
be
double
done
check
by
everything.
by your camp, but you don't have one. So right now it would have to be Alette. And yeah, just make sure there's a project in there for that. All right, so
Yes, training Rogan.
it is.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have 1 day invested in that, but I feel like I probably have another, but that's okay. It only needs 5 anyway.
All right, so it is currently the 14th of fall at 8:40 a.m. 11:59 on the 13th cycle. You are currently in that room where you fought that large beast just after the fight. What do you want to do?
Going to continue on to the cave, I think, because I think we had explored.
Well, does it seem like there is any essence we can collect from this creature?
So you look it over, and there indeed is, if we haven't collected it yet.
I don't think we have. I don't have any
Yeah, I don't remember.
new essences in here.
Yeah,
Okay, and you don't have nature training, right?
No.
Okay. So that's how much essence you could get from it. Taking a moment.
Pretty sure I went to school with a kid named Brackus Trudge. He wasn't popular. Thank you.
Gotta use my soundboard. Alright, so yes, you extract some essence from the dead plant creature, which definitely seemed to be corrupt like the others you've encountered. What do you want to do? Rogan says, well, that thing was scary, but we definitely could have done worse with fighting it.
Una, good hit. That was impressive.
Yeah.
It was a team effort, though.
Rogan nods. He says, agreed.
Give you an opening.
Do you see the slash I got on that thing? Pure expertise. He gives you a wink.
You're getting better?
He says, well, your training has certainly helped. Una, you have 1 level of exhaustion, is that correct?
Sure.
Or are you mismarked?
Did I go down? I don't remember.
Yeah, you did. You did go down.
I know
because
it only takes 1 or 2 hits for them to down me, so it makes sense. I remember getting really hurt. I didn't remember if I actually went down or not, but yeah,
you did.
If you remember bringing me up, then that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, you did go down, and I almost forgot to bring you back up.
Yeah. There's a couple of wounds on the group, though strangely enough, the fighters are unwounded right now.
Yeah, that's just really hard to hit. Oh yeah, she's not at 26 right now, though. That would have gone away.
So Rogan says, well, think there's just the cave left, right? I don't know if there's any other place we need to go.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Finally gonna go to the cave.
Yeah.
Should we rest first? I mean, I know we just rested, but how's everyone looking?
Rogan says it's still pretty early, but taking an hour to tend to our wounds might not be a bad idea.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
I'm pretty hurt, but Una looks really bad at the moment.
He says, "Well, do we want to do that here or head back to our camp area?"
Just like peek in that door.
Which door?
There. The one up there.
Oh, I guess that's true. I mean, when you saw from the other side, it seemed like it just connected.
Yeah, I know. She just wants to open it. Yeah, we don't have to, but.
So Bud, when you approach the door, you think you hear things shuffling on the other side. The large double stone door. There might be something over there. And now that you think it may have heard you, because you would hear scratching on the door.
Ooh, hey, we might want to not go
stirring
up there just yet.
Okay.
If I could have some more of that salve, I might be okay for a little bit.
I can do that, but just thinking if we can take an hour and heal instead, because I need to heal some too, and these healers kits don't last forever. They only have so many uses.
Were you gonna say don't grow on trees? He winks.
Well, ironically, some of them do grow on trees, or at least some of the components for them do. But
you ruin all my jokes, Bud. He sighs.
Sorry. Maybe you should tell me that they're jokes.
Now he gives you a bit of a stank eye. It's alright, well, I'm heading back to camp.
Yeah, is it about time to check on our new shroom friend?
Well, it hasn't been that long. It's only been maybe... I don't even know if it's been an hour.
Yeah, because we explored the room down there a little bit, these rooms, so yeah, it probably wouldn't have taken us that long. Okay.
Rogan says, as you walk in, one thing we should be careful about, Alette. It sounds like Bud heard more creatures on the other side of the door. I mean, we know we cleared that area out, so they might be coming in from somewhere else.
Yeah, further in the cave, probably, right?
Yeah, that would be my guess. It just means we're not safe here if they can get in from other places.
Did we lock? I think we closed that door. But we have learned that they might be able to open the doors. We don't know.
He shrugs. He says, well, apparently some of our rogue friends were killed up north, so maybe we can recover their bodies.
We were going to go see if we could loot them.
He says, not that I think they have much of value. They just seem like lower level thugs within the organization.
No. Coins.
So Bud and Alette, did you two stay behind?
Oh no, sorry, I didn't realize that we had moved. I thought we were still talking. Okay.
Yeah, she just followed Brogan token.
Alright, so it looks like the mushroom is still unconscious. Still healing. So far, no signs of corruption, thankfully. Rogan sits down and says, last one in, shut the door, as he starts just kind of relaxing. Alright, so we're spending an hour in here? Or attempting to?
I think that's a good idea.
That
No, action surge is a short rest.
Oh, it's short rest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Unless that changed.
I think most of
it's
fighter
one of the
stuff is
things.
short rest.
Right.
Yeah.
There's one thing I think that's long rest, but I can't remember.
Can I get wild shapes back on a short rest, or am I imagining that?
No, you do. You get those back on a short rest as well.
All right, I will just for the heck of it change into a cat
Okay.
to
Okay.
snuggle up in the corner and take a rest.
So time is
Cats always look so comfortable when they're sleeping.
time is passing. Let's, I assume, lock the door. Luckily, there are no issues. The hour passes quickly and quietly. So yeah, go ahead and spend a short rest if you wish. It's now 9:40 in the morning.
Ah. Wanted a little bit better roll than a 1. Thank you. You're using them all tonight.
I'm ready. I'm ready
Don't
for
burn
it.
them all in the first 30 minutes, though. Come on.
Well, that's the great thing. You can't burn them. They're always there. I could do this all
The
night.
short rest thing even says how many resources you recovered, but there's nowhere to track it on the sheet. But it even says that you've recovered resources.
Well, if you open it, it tells you which ones you recovered. That's weird.
Well, yeah, but there's
yeah.
no like resources on my sheet. I have to put them in my notes.
So are we sure
Oh, they're
that
not?
if it's tracking that, I feel like it must be putting them somewhere.
Yours says you recovered 0 resources.
Well, that's because there's no like I have resources to recover. I have my action surge. I have superiority die. All
Does
that
it,
stuff. There's nowhere on the sheet where that is a resource. Like,
Does
it's all
it mark yours somewhere with the
Yeah.
rage?
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had checked that I'd used a wild shape and a rage,
Mm-hmm.
and when I did the short rest, I guess I'd unchecked because the new sheet, if it's checked, that means you have it available.
Is it like something in the combat section?
Yeah, it's actually in 2 places. It's in the combat and in the features and traits.
Features and traits, I definitely have like the information for it, but there's nowhere
But there's not a
that
checkbox.
tracks. No, I
Where's
don't see any
the
tracking
combat
checkboxes, but I
section?
also just like don't get this sheet at all. Intuitive for me.
It depends on which version of the sheet you're looking at, Lou. I've got the full sheet, I believe. So the center of the sheet has tabs.
Oh, I see. Combat. I'm just looking right at it.
Yeah, like it.
It's like D&D
oh, I
Beyond.
see. And then
That would be
there's
so helpful.
rage.
Check.
Where does it show how many rages you have?
So if you're looking at the combat, there are 2 check marks next to, or in bonus action, in the bonus action section, there are 2 checkboxes under rage. 2 checkboxes.
Bonus
under rage.
action.
Check boxes.
Oh wait, I see. Question, Alette. The sheet you're using, was that the one we originally made?
Yes.
So
Yes,
one thing to keep in mind is that when they are updating the sheets as they improve them, I don't think they're actually making it so old sheets update. So some features from the newer fixes might not be available to you. So unfortunately, go ahead. What?
Just like redo her whole sheet.
Yeah, unfortunately, that I think would be the only way to get the most recent version of the character sheet.
From the time we originally did it to like 2 sessions later, they made some changes that they did not update on the sheet, and I had to redo the sheet at that point. But the most recent round of changes they did, which added some of the resource counters and toggles, that one automatically updated on my sheet. At first I thought it didn't.
Did it?
Yeah, but then
Maybe
I went in and looked, and it did.
Even older than yours hours probably was.
So yeah,
Oh.
if you have like if you have the really early version, they may not have been able to automatically update it.
Okay, well, I'm
Interesting.
definitely going to transfer it because that is one of the things that I need the most.
Yeah,
For
that
some
might be a possible
trackers.
fix. Obviously, we don't have to do it right now, but
And you
Yeah.
can add, if for some reason it doesn't have one, on that combat sheet, you can hit the plus sign and add either attack, effect, action, and when
oh,
you
that's kind
add
of cool.
it, yeah, when you
So
add it, you can,
it is kind of like adding a resource.
Yeah, I mean, I
well,
have it. Like I have my action for second wind, and I can click the dice for it from my combat section. So,
But it doesn't have checks.
but it doesn't
well, I was
have any
about to
checks.
say, yeah, when you add it, you can add a counter, but it doesn't look like you can. I could have
Oh.
sworn
Yeah,
that I saw that.
I mean,
Oh, interesting.
it's not an option for me.
Either that or it's like hidden somewhere. But anyway, yeah,
Yeah, it's
just an
probably
idea to because like if they have counters for some things, they may have updated stuff. So I'm not guaranteeing remaking the sheet will fix it, but it could.
I'm gonna.
You
try,
could try.
yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, the hour would pass, so go ahead and spend a short rest if you were wishing to. One of your two for the day. Yeah, what do you want to do? Things remain quiet, luckily. You didn't hear anything in the halls.
I'm still a cat, but I'll like kind of stretch, arch my back, and say, "Oh, I feel a little better. I'm ready to go if you are."
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
excited. I mean, we've got to be ready to fight more of those creatures, but
And I would not be holding a torch anymore because I'm a cat.
Bud says or Rogan says it's very weird to have a small cat sound like you. Just gonna put that out there.
I should, yes. I should do my cat voice instead. I don't know what that would be though.
Well, I'm also ready to go if you all are. After you, Alette.
taking notes. Yeah. Okay.
Or should
Go.
we have Una near the front since she has the light?
I mean, Alette can see in the dark, so as long as Bud's like, near.
Cats do have dark vision, so
Oh, you're a cat. That's right.
as long as I'm in this form, I can see.
What's your dark vision in this form?
Oh, yeah. Let me check that real quick.
Because I could
Sorry.
just give it to you as well. And is that right that you have one level of wound right now? You still have some
60
damage on you.
feet. Who, me?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Is it a third?
It's half or above is one level. A fourth
Oh,
or above is 2 levels, and under a fourth is 3, and 0 is 4 levels of wound.
then I don't have any wounds. So
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I'm 23 out of 29 now.
Oh, so you would have 1 level because you're not at full.
Oh, I misunderstood you. Sorry.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
are not at full, you have 1 level. If you're under half, then you have
Got it.
2, and if you're under a fourth, you have 3.
All right. I didn't. Yeah. I thought for some reason I was thinking if you were
Yeah, one level
missing a
level
third.
of wound is like you're kind of tired, so like you're a little
All
bit like maybe a little bit bruised and kind of tired. 2 levels are you're starting to show actual wounds. 3 levels is you're badly wounded, and fourth is you're basically dying. All right, so go ahead. Where are you going? Onward, brave adventurers.
Yeah, moving up. Yeah, I'm also just taking notes, so I'm like forgetting to move my token. All right, I'm just gonna listen here to make sure that there's nothing in that room.
So When you get close to the door,
Didn't say I was sneaky.
you would notice. Wait, did you guys break that door?
Yeah,
did.
that one was
Yeah.
Okay,
broken.
that's why. I was
And
like,
there's
where's
like
the door?
piles of
Yeah, so there are
mixture.
rotting corpses in here. It's a little stinky. Kind of the mushrooms at this point have decayed a bunch, and yeah, the mimics are just kind of stinky from being here for a while. But yeah, it seems like the room is clear other than those. And if you go in the room this time, you kind of notice more of those dead roots that you probably saw before but didn't think much of.
The ones that seem to be like cracking the walls and coming up from below.
Yeah. And seeing them again now that you've been attacked by them makes you think that, yeah, these roots are kind of all over the place. And as you
But
get
figuring out what these traps are all about, these fire traps, or
fire traps,
or they're like fire traps on these pillars.
there
Or
were some buttons. I forget if you
there
press
was
them.
something we did, but we only found that they were fire.
Oh, that's
It was
right.
fire.
Yeah, I think you
We did it
pressed the wrong buttons.
Yeah.
There were
I was like, anyone
there
want to have another
were
go at that?
4 buttons. And I'm trying to remember. Were they written in another language? The markings on them?
I think it was. I think.
Okay. Yeah, so there are the buttons, yeah, on the wall with the markings that I don't think anyone understood what they said.
No, we didn't.
And you would press them randomly and flame shot out of the pillar.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So curious, but
Let's don't do that again.
fortunately not very smart. So curiosity and lack of intelligence.
Ooh, curiosity. I am a cat.
So when you get close to the door, Alette, you hear some footsteps, as if someone is walking kind of away, like away from where you all are.
Not shuffling.
Sound like the shuffling footsteps of like the.
They sound like boots walking on rock
Oh.
and dirt, like actual boots, not shuffling.
Boots. She would message in. Well, I guess she would say it out loud. Someone with boots is walking away.
A moment later,
think it's
they would
Bloodhand?
kind of disappear out of where you can hear.
Would you
would have seen them come by?
do you wanna open the door and let me like follow as a cat, and then maybe they won't.
I don't think you should go far.
Oh, don't worry, I'm fine.
Okay.
I've lived a good life.
For sure.
So you push the stone doors open.
Sneaky.
You don't see anyone out there, but you do notice now that there are a bunch of roots kind of pulsing and moving around slightly in the cavern here, which you didn't notice there before.
Oh, I just realized I'm not a cat anymore.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Because I can only sustain it for an hour because I only have 2 druid levels.
All right, so
I love that though. That Bud just kind of gets stuck in the mindset of like whatever animal he was last.
It was, everyone was just going along with it. They're just like,
you see me
humor,
licking. I'm licking my wrist.
Back of your hand.
Like,
giving himself a bath.
But do you realize you're not a cat anymore?
I think he was eating the special mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Right,
Okay, I guess I better not go out there then.
Yeah, I say we just follow and see where they're going. I mean, they're not being attacked by things, I guess. But we might be attacked.
Right, there might be someone who would attack us.
Right. Okay, let's proceed with caution then. Sneaky. With a light, but that's okay.
I can put the light away if you want to sneak. I just won't be able to see
Okay.
anything.
All right. Well, I can keep a lookout for pits and stuff for you.
Una has a light. I'll just stay here close to her.
Cool.
Now,
let me
I
kinda sneak
forget. Did you
forward
explore
then.
to the north of here?
No.
Not very far.
So you think
That's
you
right, we
see
did.
some sort of room up there that may have once had a door, but it's broken down. A little bit peculiar. There is looks like an old set of bones in the room. Possibly someone who was armored at one point, but is just laying face down on the floor. Several what look like crossbow bolts stuck in their armor. In the room itself, you would see a small table with a very pretty looking short sword laying there.
So, this is something we see in this room, or
To the north.
Up in the northern
did someone
room
go
here.
north? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
There is a shiny sword. It's either mimic or magical. Can I do my? Oh, or you could too.
I was gonna say I can cast detect magic, but if you can do it,
If you want, I can. Yeah, if you want to save it.
Does anyone have history? Okay,
No.
so just looks like a very shiny sword. The scabbard looks old, but still in okay condition. And it looks like there might be an old tapestry in there that is barely hanging together. It's kind of falling apart a little.
Okay, well, that's gonna activate her detect magic because she sees that sword and her eyes go all sparkly.
Yes, the sword is indeed magical.
There's a magical sword.
Oh,
Okay.
that sounds like something for you. I don't really
maybe.
use swords.
I do like swords. There's this tapestry here. I think everything else is up.
Does the tapestry look old and dirty, or is it super clean, like the pictures and the tables?
Right,
I've given you fear of mimics now. I love it.
Yeah, is anything suspiciously in good shape besides the sword?
Just the sword. Oh, click.
Okay.
As you step in, the floor goes downward a bit, and you hear a clicking noise with the realization that you done effed up. As,
watch out for traps, Alette.
A bunch of
You haven't
bolts
so focused
come
on like
shooting out of the wall at
sword.
you. I need a dex save.
Alrighty. I think I have something.
This might be what killed this guy.
Yeah, imagine that.
Could be.
Well,
I was even
falls
thinking
right on
that
top of
before,
him.
but then I was so worried about mimics that.
That's what happens. You got the fear of
I mean,
mimics. Forget the traps.
Many crossbow bolts could there possibly be loaded into this trap? I mean, eventually it's going to run out.
Yeah,
you can't just
step on it a third time. There's no way there can be
just
more
keep
bolts.
stepping on it to see if it runs out.
Okay, if I fail, hold on, because I might have failed.
That would fail by 1.
I don't know if I did
DC
or not
is 13.
because I have a tactical mind thing that I did before, so I didn't want to know if I failed or not. Because I don't know if I can use this after I.
You can. It's just before
no,
the
it says
results
if you
are
fail.
declared.
Oh, okay.
Well, most effects, as long as I don't tell you how much damage you take. But yeah, this one says if it fails. So.
Yeah, I feel like that would fail. Okay, cool.
All right, so you jump back as a bunch of bolts shoot out. Luckily, you don't get hit by any of them. And they just like smack into the floor, chipping it, and several of them shattering.
Too quick for some rusty.
A couple of them
trap.
getting stuck in the armor of the guy laying on the floor.
Sorry, dude. She's gonna watch. She's gonna look around for
So you jumped
any
back.
more triggers or any more traps. Yeah.
Give me a perception. Okay.
Why did I bother
And
training that skill at all?
that floor looks pretty
Looks
normal
fine.
to you.
She's focused on that sword anyway.
Maybe I should. Do you want me to take a look and see? Oh.
Oh, did you walk in again?
Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, give me another deck save as the
Oh.
floor clicks again.
Oh, the same spot? I would have avoided the same spot. Oh, okay.
Well, if you're
I thought it was
avoiding,
like a
how are
one.
you avoiding? Like, what are you trying to do to avoid it? Because there's a
Like,
bunch of. Are you just stepping in a different spot?
yeah, yeah. I
Because
mean, she's
there's a bunch of stones that you could step on. All right, so you step, I guess, next to it on a different stone.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I
All
don't
right.
think she would be
And
maybe
that's
not very smart, but she wouldn't.
the boiling oil trap that you just stepped on.
So did I? Yeah, did I step on a different trap?
So yeah, you're like, well, I mean, that's probably the trap stone. So why don't I step next to it? And unfortunately, that stone clicks as well. And I need another
Okay.
deck save. I'll give you advantage on this one because you kind of know it's coming.
I mean, this is in character because she's excited about that. All right.
I really want that sword. Just rush in. Oh God, a lit.
Do I want to spend another? I mean, I guess it's either
When they-
spend it now or spend it after to cure my wounds. So I'll spend it now.
Don't always
Spent
go
what?
for the cheese.
Oh, you okay? Because you missed it. Yeah. DC
Jeez.
13.
It's a weakness. I know.
Oh. All right. So unfortunately, I think you'd fail that.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of crossbow bolts. Strike you for 16 points of damage.
Ouch.
So you got.
Are you okay?
Luckily, your armor took most of it. You didn't get fully like pierced by any bolts, but that definitely didn't feel good, as you now have 2 levels of wound.
If you want to stand still, maybe I can disarm it
Okay.
before you move again.
Yeah.
So
I kind of
would
thought it was a
approach-
one
and done.
one and done sort of thing. Yeah. She's gonna
I would
just
approach
stay
to
still.
just where she got the clicks. Is it here that they click?
Yes. So a perception check might give you some info.
Oh, I thought it was like where I'm standing right now. Okay. So, yeah, apparently some traps reset themselves.
DC 12 on that. Okay, yeah. So 17 with your exhaustion. You would definitely see there are a bunch of these little stone plates that look like floor tiles, but are in fact pressure plates in this area.
Can I attempt to wedge something under the corners so that like they can't be depressed?
So there's a bunch of them. To be able to disable it, you might have to investigate to figure out how the trap works. Or someone has to investigate.
Yeah.
The party's dumpstat.
Probably not me.
Well, I mean, I'm trained. I'm just not. I don't have a big bonus.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So 16. So you're looking around, kind of looking at the holes in the wall. You think that, yeah, there's something feeding bolts in. You're not sure how many are left in the trap, but there are still more that can shoot out. So if you look around the area, you find a place in the wall, a panel you can open that gives you access to some of the wires attached to the pressure plates. So yes,
where
you
do
can.
I see that panel?
That would be right on the side. If you lean around the corner, it's right on this side.
Right here. Okay. So I'm able to reach it without stepping in.
Yeah, and honestly, you can step in if you're careful. You can avoid the plates. You can diagonal step there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to risk there being something on that.
Oh, well, if there's something there, you didn't see it because you kind of searched the area. But thieves' tools, I'm not sure what skill would go along with thieves' tools. I guess sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand,
yeah. So if you have sleight of hand, you'd have advantage on your thieves' tools check.
just gonna can she jump over that 5 foot and just go to the other side?
Yes, as long as your strength is higher than 10, I believe. You can jump a 5-foot gap.
It is 10, but not higher than 10.
Okay, so you wouldn't want to jump it, but you could just step around the corner, being cautious, like on the diagonal.
Also, would it be advantage or would it be a wash because of my exhaustion?
Well, exhaustion just gives you -2 now per level.
Oh, okay.
So you would have gotten a 10.
10.
So yes, that would be enough
Pretty
to
good.
disable the trap.
Oh, nice.
And I'll give
Okay.
you an inspiration point for the steps
Yeah.
that you took to disable that.
After the party took damage from the trap twice.
Well, that wasn't your fault.
Well, actually, Alette only took damage once.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
That's true. Okay,
Alette.
triggered it twice. Yeah. I think
Alette,
I got it.
Do you want me to use a healer's kit on you or a
Oh,
spell?
Did you take the sword, Alette?
I'm going to once the room's cleared.
You went in and then just stepped out?
Well, because I wasn't sure I could reach it from where I was standing.
All right.
So
I'm just
She
gonna
will go.
back off a little bit and let you. Yeah.
I just didn't want, like, if she, I don't know, failed the trap, if it would just go off or something again.
Well-
Yeah, so she's gonna grab the sword.
All right, so you take the fancy-looking short sword.
Does my detect magic tell me like what kind of magic is on it?
Yeah,
before
did
I
you
grab
did you use a spell slot, or are you ritual casting detect
It's
magic?
no, it's her like once a day.
Okay. Yes, the sword is magical.
Um,
And it
so
might even
she's
be
taking-
masterwork, too.
whew,
Nice.
this was worth it. She'll bring it over to the others and be like, look at this thing.
It's very fancy. Definitely, well, no, you don't have history, so... Definitely a fancy blade. Not sure who crafted it.
And as mysterious short sword.
Indeed.
What? I'm sorry. I think I spaced out for a moment because I heard Carly ask, "What's the school of enchantment on it?"
On the sword, it would be... Let's say... transmutation. Which usually
Oh,
is some sort of magical plus something sword.
Yeah. Okay.
So probably
Hmm.
just a standard magical weapon, though not for sure. It could have something more exotic on it.
Is there a?
She's gonna hang on to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Was there a? There was a door up here, I think, or no?
No door, just the table and the tapestry. This may have been some
I
kind of
wonder-
supply room at some
I
point.
wonder how those things are coming and going then. Or was there a space here that we didn't
Yeah,
explore?
that's the cave. You haven't gone in there yet.
Oh, okay.
That's where all the roots are, though. The pulsing and like kind of squirming roots moving across the
Writhing?
ground.
Oof. That doesn't sound fun. Well, we got some treasure.
Rogan says, I'm guessing this is where the thieves were attacked. Because that sword
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be there if they had come here and just taken it.
That's a valid point. They probably would have figured out trap as well.
Well, do we go into the cave with the squirmy root floor?
Yeah, I think we do. But Alette, do you want me to heal you with the healer's kit, where you have to spend a
I just
hit
realized I
die?
was muted. I just realized I was muted. I was saying all sorts of stuff. Yeah, she'd be like, yeah, if you've got any of that salve to spare.
I mean, I can cast a spell instead. It will be my last first level spell, but
Whichever is more convenient for you. This was my own stupidity that brought this to me, so whatever you
Yes,
Yeah,
feel.
as
but
well.
convenient
All
for
right.
me is having you strong and alive and in front of me.
Yeah, I have ways to, if it's not enough, I have ways to
all right, I'll use the healer's kit.
push through.
Rogan claps you
So-
on the shoulder. He says, maybe let the little girl look for traps next time before we go rushing into the room. The very
What's your
sketchy, very suspicious
Oh,
room
geez.
with the
Thanks
dead
What's
for
your
the
hit
advice,
die?
Morgan. Oh, my hit die is a D12. Fighters are D10?
Yeah, I think
D10?
fighters
Yes.
are D10.
Okay. So
So
I'm
that's my
having to
last hit dice.
refresh my
I only-
memory on.
Oh,
how
and
to
I
do this.
did some research.
Well,
I
plus
think you do just roll proficiency and not con. It's in place of it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
So it would not be plus both, just plus your proficiency, which can be good or
All right.
bad depending on the target's con score.
So that's 8.
Okay.
So you feel a bit better, almost like the
Okay,
average
that gives me
amount
one-
better.
One level of wounds.
Yeah, because you're above a half health.
I have 6 uses of a healer's kit left.
Thanks, bud.
Sure. It's a pretty sword. I'm sure it was worth it.
Yep.
I have
Just
a
a
couple
little-
of magic items in my inventory also that we haven't identified yet. So,
Alright, so
pointing
as I
that out.
said, there are a bunch of roots on the floor in this area, all of them sort of moving. What do you want to do?
Can
That's
we
not
burn
scary
them with
at all.
fire? We don't
Yeah,
have
maybe
fire.
we try to do something to them from a distance since we know that they're going to attack if
Some
we get
oil?
close.
Rogan says,
Huh?
yeah. Although if we do something, they'll definitely attack. If we try to burn them, well, I assume they would.
Is there any way to test that? Because that other person that we heard apparently walked through here without being attacked.
Rogan
That's a good point.
scratches his chin. He says, well, these aren't attacking us right away like the other one.
Right. Yeah, Rogan, why don't you walk through?
He gives you a bit of a look. Says, I mean, I could try. Maybe.
No, I'm kidding. We'll all walk through together. Just be very careful not to step on any of the roots.
He says that's actually what I was going to suggest. Maybe if we're careful where we step, they wouldn't react to us.
Worth a try?
All right, so acrobatics would be needed to move through this area without stepping on roots,
Do that.
or some other skill if you can justify it.
Oh, as I was clicking it to roll, I'm like, I should cast guidance on myself.
Okay. So actually, there are not many roots here because I was going to let you know the DC is 5 for this first part, and you would be able to get to here without stepping on any roots with a 9.
It's where?
Where these rocks are. You get past the first area of roots.
Okay.
So it looks
So
like
we are.
this is some sort of cave, or someone dug through here. It's hard to say. But you see, there's no roots where the rocks are, or if there are, they're kind of underneath them. So you can kind of avoid these ones by moving across the rocks. But there are higher concentrations of roots over here and in the cave to the south.
That's gonna follow Budge. Rolled an 18.
Okay, so yeah, you can move past the first roots, no issue. Getting up on the rocks.
So I assume of the three of us, I have probably the worst dexterity. So if I'm casting guidance on somebody, it should probably be me.
Yes.
So
which I
Alette,
can-
not Alette, Una, I would need that acrobatics check as well. To step cautiously. Oh yeah, so 19 would easily make it, and you would also get to the rocks. But yeah, there's kind of a choice of ways to go now. Although, I think with your lamp, it seems, or torch, it seems like the southern cave dead ends.
The southern. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay. There's a dead end over there. Worth checking out, or not worth risking stepping on roots? I'm very curious, but I also have my curiosity has not been serving me very well today. So
I mean, we should probably check it out. Sure.
Okay.
So just
Well,
as a
that's got
warning,
pretty
the
good
DC to get past that area would be a 15. It is not an easy thing.
And when I say we, I mean you.
Yeah. I'm pretty acrobatic. Una, are you acrobatic?
Yeah, I could. I'm pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're equally acrobatic. So, but you've got better. You can see things better. Apparently, I'm very unobservant, even though it's something that I like to think I'm good at.
So what am I looking at?
We are looking at a bunch of roots and a caved-in area down there, and we're curious what's at the end.
All right. So
I'm
switch
okay
places
going,
with me,
but okay.
and then let's see. I don't think she has much distance. She has 10 strength, so she can jump 10 feet, right?
Yes, but that wouldn't avoid the roots because the whole area is kind of covered in them.
Oh, I couldn't jump to these rocks over here.
Well, you can jump to the rocks, but to get past the roots in that southern cave, you would have to go past more than 10 feet.
Okay. Are the roots really closely clumped together?
Yes, which is why it's 15 rather than 5 or 10.
Okay.
I'm still concentrating on my detect magic at the moment. Otherwise, I would give her some.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I could give her guidance.
Remind me.
But I'm also looking down that way. I guess. Do I see anything?
Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay.
52.
So, with detect magic, you think you see an aura coming from under the rocks and dirt here.
Of course.
Ooh, Una, there's definitely something magical down there. When you get there, check under those
treasure?
rocks.
Okay.
Yeah. But
All right.
but stay cool. Don't be like me.
I am going to. I think we said that I could jump to these rocks before I start like having to walk in the roots, right?
Yeah.
Be careful, Una. It could be dangerous magic instead of a treasure.
And did you say that you guided me?
I
did,
think,
yeah,
I think you got guidance. So whoever gave you guidance, roll a d4. Although it looks like you. Oh wait, no, you haven't rolled yet, right?
No, I haven't rolled this.
Okay,
thing yet,
it's not the
right?
21. So yeah, whoever gave you guidance can roll a d4 and add that to your.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Okay.
good thing you did, because with a -2 and then +4, that'd be a 19 or 18. So yes, luckily the guidance helps you get past the roots.
And is that like how much distance does that get me?
That gets you all the way there. It was just one check.
Oh.
So you just
okay.
skip off a few rocks and maybe do like a little jump and then land on the dirt on the other side. You will have to get back, but at least for now you are here.
I'm going to hold the torch close and examine the area around the rocks where Olette had pointed to see if I think there's anything off about objects looking clean or traps or.
So give me a
kind of recent.
Give me a perception check. So you're looking around in the rubble here. So it looks like there was a bit of a cave in. Moving some of the rocks aside.
The guidance would make a difference on what I see, but you know.
Well, the guidance I think is only to one thing, which would have been acrobatics.
Oh, I thought it lasted a minute.
They changed it.
Okay.
It does. It lasts a minute, but you have to specify the skill.
One use. Oh, I see. Oh,
yeah. So
it's
for
not one use.
It looks
it's
like
just
enhanceability. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So basically, for 1 minute, you have 1d4 to all
Dex.
acrobatics checks. It would just be acrobatics.
Oh, it's a specific skill too, not
yes.
Specific ability. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, moving some of the rocks aside, you find that one of them has a strange marking on it, which is kind of over the area where Una saw the magical aura.
That's what I was warning you.
Almost like this might be some kind of like hash marking like someone hid stuff here for someone else. As a rogue, you've seen things like this where rogues would do drop-offs by marking like an area in an alleyway, and like you don't know exactly where the thing is, but you know what to look for, basically. But
What is it, Una?
So, if I pick up the stone and kind of whisper call down to Alette, is this the magic?
that's not what's magical, Alette.
Okay.
No.
So she shakes
Not
her
that
head
one.
at you.
All right. I think I would pocket the marker,
Okay.
and then I'd look again closer. What do you? Where's the glow?
A little to your. She would like kind of direct her.
It seems
a
like
little,
it's.
no, a little. You're getting
It
warmer.
seems like it's under the dirt.
Okay.
Dig. Gotta
All
dig.
right. So then I would start real carefully, just kind of shifting the dirt, just very, very gently, and then just to make sure, that it's safe. And then I would maybe like kind of do it a little more.
Okay, so
wholeheartedly, I guess.
you're kind of moving dirt aside. You dig down a couple of inches, and there is a smooth surface that might be some kind of box.
Okay.
You uncover it and pull it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks like a little lockbox.
Is it heavy or is it light?
That's pretty light.
Okay. Then I think I'm gonna put it in my pack
Okay.
and get back to the others before I do anything with it.
All right, so you still have a 1d4 to your acrobatics, which Bud can roll.
Was that the light? Was that the magic?
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then, I would turn
Oh.
around and start making my way back.
Bud's inspiring with his guidance.
And it was acrobatics, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, good.
All right, so once again, hop, hop, hop. You easily make your way over, skipping and jumping back to the rocks. No,
Wait, do you want to look at it now, or should we keep exploring? Let's look at it.
Yeah. Let's look at it.
I'll sit on the rocks and pull it out of
And
my pack.
I've got detect magic, so I'll kind of focus on it and see how long does it take for me to tell what aura is.
So the box is not what's magical, it's what's inside that's magical. But you cannot tell the aura until you see the item.
Okay.
So I'll examine
The box is pretty
lock or the latch
magical.
or whatever.
The lock is pretty simple. You think a DC 5 will pop it open, which I'm not sure you can
easy,
even fail
easy.
that.
Right. I don't think I can. Well,
Well,
I don't
actually, you do have exhaustion,
Yeah.
so maybe.
exactly.
No, you're
But
fine.
I didn't fail.
All right, so yeah, you very easily pick the lock. And opening up the lockbox, there are a couple of things inside. Do you all have wish lists?
I do, yeah.
All right, give me d20 rolls.
I don't think I have one in
I should.
Discord, but I do have one.
All right, well, I don't think you're going to beat a 19. So
You never know. You never know. Don't say that.
it's true.
I'll go ahead and roll, I guess. Yes, I do.
All right,
But I already got a pretty shiny sword, so.
so Bud, first wish list guy.
Yay!
What does Bud get?
Give me a
Come on,
D100
hat of
roll.
vermin. Come on, hat of vermin. 45. It's definitely common.
Uncommon, I think.
Yeah, it'd be uncommon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't get, it's uncommon pretty much all the way up to I
Well,
think maybe in the 80s.
yeah,
before
I
you get
mean,
very,
there's
or no, sorry.
well, there's no. I mean, you can put common items on your wish list, but if you do, I just consider them common or uncommon. 'Cause
Oh,
those
I
are-
did.
Okay.
I did put some comment
Yeah,
on there.
that's fine.
Specifically, the Pot of Awakening is something that
Ah.
is right up his alley.
Oh my goodness. That one's. I've had that one on a couple of my druids wish lists, honestly. Not
Okay.
barrel, but
Oh, you have a big wish list.
I like to give you lots of options.
oh wow. Aren't we supposed to pay a story point for every item on our wish list over
Yeah,
4?
I mean, technically, you're only supposed to have 4 items to start, and you can use story
Oh.
points to add more.
Oh, sorry, I did not know that.
That's
4
fine.
4 of each level, or just 4 in total?
4 in total to start, which usually
All right,
people do uncommon, rare, or
I was gonna say I'll leave the 4 legendary on there, and you just tell me which one I get.
Well, you didn't roll high enough for a legendary.
Well,
get nothing.
that's all I have on my list though is legendary.
Well,
so.
if you don't have the right thing, then I would just roll a random item, which is why you
All right.
do want to have one or at least one of each.
What is Nature's Mantle? That sounds fun.
Just say, because I don't want to delete this and forget with all the research I did on all of the different.
That's fine.
So I'm just gonna put in brackets all the ones except for the first one in each level, and you can just assume for now the first one in each
that's what I
level
was
is-
thinking. I'd just do the first one. So interesting. All right. So there is a weird-looking old hat within the box, along with
there is.
yes, excellent. Some other stuff, which the hat and the potions are what's giving off the aura.
Hmm. Oh man, it's just a funny old hat, but maybe the potions will be valuable.
And some components.
I've
And then
been
there's
looking
some
for a
herbs
new
or
hat.
something in here, and
That hat suits you very well.
Yeah.
You gonna put on the
so
hat?
I'll put on the hat, see how it fits.
All right. Take a
hand
look
is
at
first.
something.
It's a cursed hat of vermin.
My roll 20 is going very slow.
Yeah, does my detect magic determine what sort of magic it is? Because she'd just be curious.
Yeah, it would be I think so as you grab the hat, a frog is gonna jump out of it. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
Critter.
And
Now,
as for the
technically, going forward, I get to choose which of the animals comes out as an indifferent and is indifferent to us.
That's true.
So.
If you identify this, you would know that that's the thing's ability. But it seemed like
It's
for whatever
gotta be
reason,
identified.
when you pick it up, there is just a frog that jumps out of it, almost like it coughed one up. As for the school, I'm trying to look that up. It's always
Conjuration, probably.
I feel like it probably.
yes, it would be conjuration. I kept thinking summon, but I knew that wasn't a school. All right. So, yeah, you have this odd-looking old hat, which I assume you're putting in your inventory. Not supposed to know what it does, but I wanted to give you the picture because I like the picture.
It's a good picture.
Me too. That's fine.
It's a ratty old
I'll note
top
that
hat.
it's unidentified at this point.
Yeah, 2 potions and some components.
I don't even remember posting this, but apparently I posted Luna's backstory and everything.
Well done.
All right. Do you want me to put the potions in my inventory?
If you're taking them, sure.
Oh, I was talking to. Sorry.
Yeah, until you can take a bit closer look at them and figure out what they are. Maybe just keep them in
Good
your
idea.
pack.
Sure, I can do that.
And then I suppose you want these, and I'll hand you the herbs and components and stuff. Although I don't know who would. We'll just hang on to the arcane ones for now, I guess. But I think you can use the others, right? About nature.
Oh yeah, you do have a wish list, Una.
I think I need to modify it though, because I think I put those 2 daggers on there before I picked my subclass, and I don't know that I want physical daggers now that I have the soul daggers. But
Psychic
yeah, that's still
daggers. Yeah, true.
yeah.
Actually, why don't we take a break? I need to use the restroom.
Real quick, Lou, do you
Yeah.
use session numbers or just the date to identify a session?
I use the numbers. Today is session 11.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'll be
Cool.
right back.
Yeah, same.
Does anyone remember what session we found the boots and gloves that appear to be? I think we found it in the camp. The explorers that got attacked, and we rescued 2 of them.
Might be in the journal.
It was like
but I don't
session 3, maybe.
Oh, like the ones that were tied to the tree. Oh yeah. I remember them.
I think we found these boots and gloves in that area. I could be wrong, but I forgot to mark what session it was.
I'm looking through the journals, but is that the same place that we found that little statuette that Lazard ate?
Possibly. No. This was this was in the camp of the adventurers. Like after we rescued them, they said you can have whatever is in our camp. Let me see. I'm gonna look through the journal, see if I can find it.
Yeah, I'm kind of skimming through it right now, but I'm not seeing it. Could just be missing it though. I mean, luckily we have the recordings. I could always go skip to that part in that session. I don't even remember.
I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we'll find it in the video if we need to. It's there. Luckily, record things.
Yeah, here it is. It was okay. So here's the problem. Here is the problem. It was a session where I did the journal. So, because it was, I'm pretty sure it was session 4. And I noted that they gave us their supplies as thanks for rescuing them.
Oh, okay.
So I did not spell out what was in the supplies.
Okay. Well, at least we know it was that session, and
I'm pretty sure it was that session. Yeah.
Yeah, and if Lou wants us to, you can find it specifically.
And going forward, I need to put the session number in my journal.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that too. That is actually very helpful, especially when if you have to double check things in the video and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I've been known to do that, especially when I'm writing the notes. I'm like, wait, what happened at the end? Or I forget what was going on.
Well, I did such a bad job last time. I midway through, I stopped taking notes. Apparently, I just forgot that I was supposed to be doing it, so I had to go back and watch the last hour and a half of the.
Yeah, I have to do that pretty much 90% of the time.
Same.
I'm I get so immersed.
Yeah, exactly. I start to, and then I just get distracted, and
yeah.
Yeah, I've been pretty good.
Go
this session actually, but then I've been confused at what's going on in the session because I'm away from the map, and then people have moved, and I'm wait, and then I have to catch up. It's really hard for me to take notes at the same time unless I have it in because I've been trying to type it out instead of writing it on paper. I think it's better for me to just have a piece of paper in front of me because then I can still be have the map in front of me and not
That's what I
navigate
do.
away.
Like
I get so-
I've got it. I have to do it on paper because I just like quickly jot stuff down on the
Yeah,
paper.
I'm gonna go back
If
to that because this isn't working out so well for me.
yeah, the typing, I understand it should be quicker for me, but for some reason it's just not. Like,
It's
I
nice in
can't.
the long run because there's less like having to copy things over. I can just kind of like copy paste and like edit things like right directly in my notes later on. But yeah. See, Lou made fun of me when I told him that I took notes on pen and paper with pen and paper. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, that's how I do it. And that's how I do it for the game that I DM also. Like
Yeah.
if I'm doing notes while I'm trying to run everything, I can't be switching back and forth between a page where I'm taking the notes and the page that I'm like running the game off of.
Yeah, I mean,
So
unless I had like a second monitor or something that had like the notes up.
See, I do have a second monitor, but even then, I've got like, I have Roll20 up on one, and I have the notes that I'm running the session off of on the other. So I don't have a spot to have where I'm taking notes.
So you need a
I
third
don't know.
one.
Right.
Third monitor
Before long-
or like an iPad, a tablet or something.
I was gonna say
Just
before long,
paper.
I'm gonna have a wall of monitors. Just sit here like I'm, watching
Like a
security
supervillain
cameras all
in
day.
his lair.
Yeah, like a CIA.
Exactly. You're on to me. I don't like that.
Oh no, I'm your first victim.
That's right.
We're starting.
Perhaps you know too much. Miri, are you an Ohio State fan?
Yeah. My husband is watching the game here in the same room that I'm playing.
Yeah, I'm
right?
watching
It's going
it
very
right
well for us.
now. My wife went to Ohio State.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited.
Nice. Does she ever get like? I don't know how the tickets work for alumni. Does she ever get to go to games?
We went to the Indiana game.
Oh, this
actually.
season?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was on her birthday.
Ah.
So.
We actually have season tickets.
Oh wow.
My aunt worked for OSU Medical Centers for like 40 years, and so they're technically her tickets, but we pay for them and then pay the upgrade to change them from faculty staff tickets to anyone can use tickets. And it's really fun. The atmosphere in the stadium is really cool. Like, I've enjoyed going, but I'm not nearly as big a fan as my husband's. And the football season overlaps with Ren Fair season, so honestly I just go to one or two games, and usually like November games usually most years, and then he takes other people to all the others, but he goes to all of them.
Nice.
Yeah, honestly the November games are usually some of the more exciting ones often anyway.
Yeah, usually. Yeah,
I actually didn't end up going this year. I think like the game I was gonna go to, like the day ended up being like cold and rainy, and I wasn't feeling my best, so I was like, eh.
Well, it was cold and rainy for the Indiana game, so if that's the one that you missed, that's.
What was the date on that one? You said your
November 23rd.
Oh, that might have been the one then. Yeah.
Oh, see,
right.
We could have met in person among the 106,000 people there.
Just I'll tell you what, if next time we'll plan it, and I'll just be like, hey Trey, I'm wearing red. You look for me.
Okay, you'll be wearing red. I got it.
Boy, wouldn't there be so many people wearing red though?
That's the
Yeah,
joke.
their colors are scarlet and gray.
Yeah, I'm actually
scarlet.
You said this was the Indiana game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Indiana, so I should know that.
Okay.
I'm just not into sports. I mean, I knew they were red.
That's true. Indiana is red as well, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I wasn't sure, like, because you were
extra
talking about
red.
Ohio, and then you were talking about Indiana, and I was like, I don't know Ohio's colors. So yeah.
Yeah, ours are scarlet and gray.
Oh, okay.
I think Indiana is. What's your
Red
second
and white,
color?
I think.
Oh, it is white. Okay.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
So honestly, yeah, very similar. Because even though technically our colors are scarlet and gray, like there's white on both our home and away uniforms.
Yeah.
I tell you though, these helmets that these Notre Dame guys are wearing in the game tonight, like I feel like they're meant to like blind us with glare.
They're bright, sparkly.
They're like shiny metallic. Harley, like gold metallic, like very shiny.
Wow.
Very reflective.
Oh,
It's one of like the weird things with me is like one reason I don't like to watch sports is the aesthetics. I really don't like the aesthetics of sports. Like just the colors and like the flat like designs and just like shiny floors. Like I can't watch basketball because the shiny floors and the squeaks. Like
Oh.
it's not even that the game isn't interesting, which it isn't for me, but it's like it's just
I'll admit the
absolute
squeaks.
like nothing visually appealing at all.
The squeaks bother me too. I
Oh
will
my
say
gosh,
that.
basketball's the worst for the noises. My
Yeah,
dad loves
it's
basketball, so he always was watching it.
especially if you're watching, like, if it's a game where there are not very many people, so the arena is like not full and there's not ambient noise, so all you hear
Yeah.
is like the squeaking.
Yeah, at least
That will drive me
like
crazy.
soccer, it's usually like just like people kind of chanting or singing in the background, and like I don't know.
Well, and you don't
That
hear
for
the-
me is
You
like
don't hear the
my husband.
sneakers in soccer.
Exactly. Yeah. So my husband watches a lot of soccer, so like I'm okay with that. I'm glad he's not a basketball fan.
And I always forget that Lou is still streaming while we're on break, so if anyone is watching this and just learned that we're Ohio State fans, that's
I remain neutral
okay,
on
I
all.
guess.
I just like all sports equally. Well, except I just stated that I hate basketball the most, so never mind. I appreciate what sports do for people though, because I see the connections that people get from it and everything. I appreciate that. I appreciate sports. I'm not completely against them.
That is the coffee table. We have a seating area and a room somewhere down in the basement. That's the coffee table.
Nice.
Yeah, I would never have that in my house. It's cool though. You could actually like play on it, like a little.
Miri, I can't hear you. You're really
You're
soft
very
right
far
now.
away.
Oh gosh, you know what? I just realized. I just realized that I have the Discord set to use the desktop mic for input, and then I walked downstairs and I had my earbud in, so I was hearing you guys, but you guys probably weren't hearing me at all, huh?
I could hear you at first, but you kept getting further away.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, so my mom was throwing out this coffee table, and it was originally that light color of wood. I just sanded it down, and then we did the stain for the. We basically
Wow, you did that yourself. That's crazy.
the Ohio State.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Their floor has changed, but at the time I did this was what their floor looked like.
That's cool.
That's like professional work right there.
Yeah.
If you looked at it really close, you would notice some of the spots with the stain that are pretty sloppy, but from a distance it looks great. But yeah, it turned out, I was really proud of it. It turned out really well, and the legs on the table, like you can't see in the picture, but like it's like nice, like traditional kind of like rolled legs, and they're painted gray, and there's a little drawer, and my husband like made a little drawer knob pull that's a real Buckeye. Yeah, we had fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's in the basement sitting room because it does not match my living room.
It's good for like a game room or like a.
Well, we used to have a pool table down there too, and so we got rid of that. But like it's very much a game room. Like we got rid of the pool table because of all of Steve's brewing equipment.
Yeah, our house is kind of like that too. It's like, okay, how many more hobbies do we have room for?
Yeah, this is also the dog room and the it's not really a fully subterranean basement. It's got like the sliding glass doors out to the backyard, so it's got the dog's
beds and crates and toys and bowls and stuff are down there.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
All right.
Use the restroom, then my dog needed to go out.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, what do you want to do?
Dun dun dun.
Da-da-da.
That is the question.
Well,
Always.
we found some shiny treasure. Bud got a new hat. I think we are good to go in a little bit more.
Who took the potions and the components? Just out of curiosity.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
He's
I did.
gonna identify them later. Yeah.
Okay.
Should we continue?
So
What
it looks like the routes over here are less packed. It would be probably about a DC 10 to get past them with acrobatics.
Let's hope for the best.
Should we go one at a time or?
Yeah. Go for it. Or actually, oh no, because Bud can guide us
Before we
himself.
go, I'll cast guidance on myself this time.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I still have detect
detect
magic up, so I'm not going to guidance myself.
When Una goes across, I think
Oops.
she trips on a vine.
I'm going to use another. Should I use another superiority die?
Alright. You don't want to use, Does Una not have the soul stuff for the psychic
Oh, she
for...
does. I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, I will use that. Let me find it.
Oh, it might not matter, because,
Well, I
I
think I'm going
failed.
to use my. Okay, if someone else fails.
Oh no, you
I
rolled
failed. There's.
you rolled a 10, you're
I rolled
fine.
a 10.
Oh, did
gonna-
I? Okay.
Yeah,
If
it's
I'm the only
11.
one that failed, then I'm going to roll as
Oh,
superior.
okay. All right.
it's
Well,
11?
Una would... The DC is 10, but Una would have to do a...
Yeah, I'm looking for the. I'm trying to
Psychic
find. I will
dice.
use it. Yeah.
So we'll see if she failed, because she needs a 2 or higher.
Gosh, where is it? Sunless City, I am psionic power. Let me look here. Well, there's the
And
basics.
me
There's
reminding you of your power doesn't mean I'm saying you should use it. I just know that.
No, I
you're-
forgot. I didn't think I had anything, and then when you said it, I'm like, oh yeah, I do. Oh, why is it? Why is it rolling when I'm trying to link the description? Okay, well, there's my Cybosternac roll is 3.
Okay.
But
That would be fine.
I was trying to link the text. Sorry.
There might
There it
be
goes.
a
Nope,
different
see, it's
button or
rolling
something.
again. I don't know. I'm using beyond the. I still need to redo my Roll20 sheet, so I'm using the plugin. Sorry.
Oh,
Anyway.
Alette.
Yeah, Alette still fails even. And she spent her superiority dice for that.
Alright, so the two of you get across, and as Alette is trying to, she will tap one of the roots, which suddenly whips up to try to grab her. I need initiatives.
Mm.
It's like her best skill.
I don't like
Anyway.
that there's a door behind us when you're getting attacked.
Yeah, did she make it over though?
No,
Or did
she's
she
in the
make it to the
middle
other
of it.
side? Okay. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Let me just make sure that I can use that ability more than once a day. Okay, yeah, I can use it as many times as I want. Okay. Initiative. I mean, I guess we can just run for it.
I'm just worried somebody's gonna come through that door when we're fighting, looking backwards. Oh,
Oh, did Rogan make it over?
Yeah.
now we.
And
have
I
a
was
rest,
talking and I was
so-
muted.
Oh,
Sorry.
what were you saying?
No, it's just wondering out loud why my initiative wasn't rolling, but it finally went. So
Rogan was with us for the short rest, so he shouldn't. Is he still wounded? Or
He's not. I don't know why that's on him. I might just not taken it off. Maybe that's set to his default. Let me change that. I might just have that. Alright, that should fix it.
It got saved, yeah.
So the first to act, as these vines pop up, is going to be Una. So it looks
Okay,
like they're attempting to strike and wrap around Olette.
Do I have a clear shot on them, or are...
Yeah,
do they
it's
have
basically
cover?
just these roots right here. I'm trying to grab Olette.
Then yeah, I will start flinging some daggers.
Alright, Psy attacks on the roots. Alright, 22 would strike. So these roots seem to resist your psychic damage, only taking 3 points of damage from that attack.
Oh, so... Wait, are we... Do I not get sneak attack?
No, you did, because you only got 7, right? Half of 7
Oh, so
would
they
be
were
3.
immune to the psychic, and they just took the... Wait, because sneak attack damage is the same. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, I'm thinking out loud.
Yeah,
Okay.
it said the total damage was 7, unless I read that wrong.
No, yeah, it's right. I'm sorry.
Alright. Well, what else?
Well, I guess, yeah, I guess I'll just use the Vex, to do another attack, even though it seems that my daggers aren't very effective.
Alright, so offhand, 12 versus AC 15 will miss.
Okay.
The roots are
And
kind of
then,
hard.
Yeah. I think that's all I got.
Alright, Alette.
Hey, they're kind of... My daggers aren't effective against them. I don't think they have, like, minds to be touched by...
Perfect, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Alette,
Alette's gonna try to...
at the beginning of your turn, the roots, because you're standing on them, will try to wrap around you. So I need a dex save, DC 12.
Rolling like shit today.
Fortunately, you are like, ha, and suddenly you are wrapped up in roots, becoming restrained. You might be able to break out of them, but that would require an action.
She's not very strong either. So she's just gonna attack them, and when she got that new sword, she immediately equipped it, so that's what she's gonna swing with.
Alright, she stabs with this new short sword.
Except that I don't know the stats for it, so you might have to help me out there.
It would
I'm
be...
just gonna hit it.
So it would be a disadvantage, and you would figure out that it is at least a +1 short sword from
Okay.
stabbing with it.
Uh,
If it has other
save my
properties, you don't
information.
know.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll with my regular short sword and just add +1
Okay.
to the attack because I don't have the macros. So 18.
Disadvantage
Oh, wait,
because you're restrained.
disadvantage.
Okay, so 17 would strike it, vexing it,
5
dealing 5 points of piercing.
damage.
That would actually be halved. It is resistant to piercing.
Oh
so it
my
would take
God.
2.
She does so little damage. I hate it. I want
Alright.
to use luck.
Anything else?
Hold on. I think I probably have other things.
You would have advantage on your next attack, which unfortunately is until next turn.
Yeah, I would have had advantage on that last.
I guess. Yeah, I don't want to use my action surge so early, but I think I'm gonna do that. No. Oh, because then I could try to break out with an action surge. Right? Or is that just for attacks?
Yeah, you can try to
Oh.
break out with your action surge. It would just be a strength check, DC 12, to rip the roots off of yourself. But I do need that action.
Yeah, she's just gonna. That's her turn.
Okay. Rogan says, I got you back. He's going to rush up. Ha! Swinging his longsword. Ooh, yeah, 20 is going to strike. Doing 5 points of slashing. Seems like it does normal damage. Which will... Well, the Roots already has 1 level of wound, so I'll just mark that. That's it for Rogan. The Roots go. They are going to squeeze Alette.
So the roots resisted the, even if it's like a +1 sword, they resisted the damage.
Yeah, it seems like they're just resistant to... Well, so far, you know they're resistant to piercing and psychic.
Okay.
So they squeeze you, doing 5 bludgeoning. And another set of roots is going to whip out towards Rogan. Whoosh. It's like, what the... Ooh, natural 1, so it completely misses him as he throws his shield up and blocks them. Alright, Bud. Angry
I
Roots.
would be at disadvantage on a range attack right now, right? Because I'm considered in melee with the roots.
Yes, technically you are kind of right next to them. It's a very large root.
Right. Then I'll cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff
Okay.
and attack.
Alright, so you whap at the roots.
Oh, that's
11, unfortunately, is not going to hit. What else?
That is all I can do.
Alright, into the new round. Una. The roots are flailing around, just getting ready to strike at people.
Well, I will take out my short bow. And
Yeah. You know that, and you would have seen that the piercing isn't too effective against the wood either. It would make sense because wood is pretty resistant to different types of
Yeah.
damage, being wood.
I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my short sword, and I will just. So, is it these vines that we're seeing right here, or are there vines like up here on Alette, or where are they exactly?
It's kind of like this whole branch here,
Okay.
which
Then
is
I
like
will-
a kind of like a huge creature, but it's just like roots. So
Yeah, I'll try and. I guess that means we can have 2 flanks with Alette. So, or if she's restrained to this. can I
although
still get
you
flanked?
know, because you saw that if you start your turn on top of them, you have to make a dex save or they grab you. They also
Am I
seem
on
like
top
they're
of them?
trying to... If you move there, you would be moving on top of them. You were at the edge of them where you
Oh, I
were.
thought I was on either. I thought it was Alette and I were on either side of them, and they were right here.
Yeah, you'd be flanking from where
So-
you are, though.
Yes, it's like
Okay,
a
so I
3
can.
by 3s.
Okay, yeah. If I can try and slash them from here, then that's what I'll do.
Okay. Slash. Or wait, you have a short sword, so that's pierce.
Oh, is it?
19 would strike. Yeah, short
it is
sword is
pierce.
piercing.
Oh, okay.
Only
I thought it was
long
just
sword
the-
and axes are slashing. But I think all dex weapons are piercing, so...
Well, I think that she has a whip that's slashing.
Oh. Whoopsh. Whip it
Okay,
good.
so yeah, and then I'll just here we go. Click that. I don't know if I get sneak attack. Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, you would. So 7
Mm.
points of damage as the roots
So they're
continue.
resistant to the piercing, just like they are to the psychic. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and so then from the Vex thing, it has to be. Does it have to be the same weapon for the Vex to work?
No. Your next attack would... Well, actually, that's a good question. What is Vex?
Like, can I
say?
use my whip as my second attack?
Can you link Vex just to verify? Does it say next attack or next attack with that weapon? And I'll say Bud. You would guess that the bludgeoning damage would also probably be halved against a piece of wood like this. just with your knowledge of trees and nature, even though you're not trained.
Oh my gosh. Why can't it be easy? Here it is. Okay, it's in an article though, so I can't link it. It's like a
I
whole
can go
page
look at
article.
Alet's Vex.
I'm sorry. Here, I'm just gonna cut and paste it. If you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to the creature, you have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your
So
next
it doesn't
turn.
have
It
to be
doesn't
the same weapon. You
yeah,
could
that's what it
use
sounds
your
like
whip.
to me. Okay, so then yeah, I will whip just to see if the slashing does a little more damage. Okay, sorry for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you attack already though?
But the Vex gives me the. Wait a second. What am I looking at here?
The Vex just gives you advantage on your next attack. It doesn't give you an
Right.
extra
So I'm
attack.
using my. Yeah, I'm using my. Oh, because the Psychic Blades has a bonus action attack. So I can't use
Yes.
my whip. So I will just do this. I guess the bonus action Psychic Blades. Sorry, guys.
Well, at this
And I
point,
think
you
that
used your
misses.
short sword. I don't think you can do the offhand.
No. I used my short sword for my action.
Yeah, but don't you have to do the psychic blades to get the offhand
Yeah,
psychic?
gotcha. I missed anyway. It doesn't matter. Sorry.
No worries.
It's good. You can advance. Yeah.
All right, Alette. So the creature is still holding on to you, kind of crushing you a bit.
Let's try to edit my macro. For my sword.
You can use acrobatics to try to break out as well as strength. Just FYI, if you want to try.
She's so much better at that.
Yeah, I'd
She's
mention
gonna
it.
do that. I'm gonna do that first, and then see if I can use my action surge too.
All right.
Yay!
So with your action, you would manage to slip out of the roots that are wrapped around you. You're no
Awesome.
longer restrained.
Am I able to get to the other side?
At this point, they would be difficult terrain to move through, but I think you would still have enough.
5, 10. I could get here, I think. So I'm not really out of them, but I'm at least on the other side.
Yeah.
5, 5. Yeah, I should be able to get there.
All right.
And then I will use my action surge and attack.
All
it
right.
with
So you
advantage
action
of Vex.
surge, spinning around and slashing at it with advantage
Okay.
thanks to Vex.
Sure. And I am in the middle still of editing this macro, so it's still just the regular short sword, so I'll just have to add where did it even go? Somehow in the process of editing the macro, it just disappeared. So short sword attack is d20 plus I've got +5 to attack, so I'm just gonna roll.
Okay. So
Mind.
no,
I
10
have more time to.
is unfortunately going to miss. All right, what else?
That is all she can do. That was her action surge, unfortunately.
All right, so Rogan goes. He's going to slash at the roots, trying to cover you as you're getting off of them.
Wait, she had advantage. Sorry.
Oh.
She had advantage.
All right, well, he is going to hit it for 11 slashing, which is going to give it a second level of wounds. He says it's faltering. Go ahead, roll again. No, 13 still wouldn't be enough. Alright, so Rogan's turn ends. Huh?
I can't roll tonight.
Yeah, just having a bad night.
Yep.
Alright, so the roots are gonna slap at Rogan again, because he keeps cutting this. It's like a woodcutter over here. No. So once again, Rogan keeps it at bay. Ha! Easy, bud. Roots are flying all over, and you might be muted if you're talking.
Yep, sorry. All right, I'm gonna try to attack with the quarterstaff again.
Huh. All right. Oh
There we
yeah,
go.
Shillelagh will strike it.
And since I realize that bludgeoning damage probably won't be as effective, I will use the option to make this force damage.
All right. Wow. Lightsaber staff. All right. 7 points of force, which will be effective, and that will give it a 3rd level of wound.
Okay, it's real close now, kids.
As the,
Get it.
all the roots are all bashed up and look like they're not doing so great. New round, Una. Are you muted?
Yeah, sorry. I don't think there's really any good options, so I will just.
Psychic
I
attack.
guess- yeah. I think I'm just gonna stick with my blades. I put the short sword away.
Okay. So you, 20 will strike with the psychic blade with the first attack, striking it for 5. Zoom. 18 will strike again, the offhand,
Just
doing
Well,
another 5. Or sorry, 2.
it's my turn.
Alright, Let.
I
So
got
starting your turn on the roots, I need another dex save, DC 12.
1 second. I just like it's taken me like 3 rounds to edit this macro, and I'm just like cannot do that. All right. Yeah, she's gonna do that in just a second. I just don't want to close this sheet. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna close that. Dex save.
Oh.
I
Alright.
cannot roll tonight. She's good at this stuff.
So once again, she kind of trips a little as the roots wrap around her. So you are once again restrained. What are you gonna do? You could still stab at it, you'd just be at disadvantage. Which would be a wash,
She's going
because I
to,
think
but
you...
her macro's not finished. Too fast. Damage. Okay, add damage. I hate these sheets so much. Good enough. I think I got it.
Alright.
17.
So 17, because you had Vex, yeah, there's no disadvantage. So another... Is it 5 or 6?
And it's d6 plus 4. Wait. What?
Because you're plus
For
1
what?
sword.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
so it rolled a 1d6 plus 4.
Alright, so another 2 points with that stab. Which will take it down. So the roots wither up and then just kind of lay there, motionless, ending combat. What do you want to do?
Having a bad day. Just gonna go sit on the floor for a little bit.
Rogan pulls a bunch of the vines off you, or the roots. He says, "You okay there, Alette?"
Suck at everything today. Ugh.
He says, "Well, sometimes you just have a bad day."
Anyway, I got a shiny new sword, and does a little extra damage.
He says, "Oh, maybe that sword's cursed."
Well, I was having bad luck before I found the sword, to be fair. But good point. We should probably watch out for cursed items here.
He says, "Well, if it is cursed, it's too late now. You're already stuck with it. Can you drop it?"
She goes to try to drop it, and then like pretends that she can't, or maybe she can't. She'll go. She's gonna pretend to try to drop it.
Give me a
Fail.
deception check. Rogan would say, "Aha, cursed."
Oh no! Damn it! What am I gonna do now? Well, I guess at least it's a sword. So people just have to help me.
He says,
get
"Well,
now.
I don't know. Maybe someone in town can help us when we get back."
Okay.
Alright, so what do you all want to do? There's a door in here, which is partially open, and
Oh,
a
it
lot
was
of
open the
dust
whole
and
time?
a lot of dust and dirt in this room. Yeah, when you get closer, you realize now that it is partially open.
Has the dust and dirt been disturbed?
Yeah, so there's definitely signs of people moving through the area.
I would point that out to the others. And since the door is open, I will step back and let the others do their thing to it clearly doesn't need to be unlocked.
Rogan says, you okay, Alette? Do you need a minute? Those roots did a number on you.
I
Yeah, I just need
I
a
can heal
breather.
you again.
Yeah, I mean she's got one more superiority die, so could use that.
Says maybe no more stepping on traps and getting caught in the roots.
Yeah, and picking up cursed swords, you know.
He nods. Says, though, actually, now that I think about it, usually when someone has a cursed sword, they don't realize it. Are you messing with me?
Well, you just saw that I tried to drop it and I couldn't. That's when I realized that it's cursed.
Give me another deception check. It's
Yeah,
like,
Una believes you.
maybe it's some kind of new
Why would
cursed
I
item.
want to drop it anyway? It's such a beautiful sword. You better not be trying to get it away from me.
Rogan says, I think she's cursed. We should try to steal her sword when she goes to bed. All right,
Anyway,
so
she's
what are you
gonna.
doing?
She will gladly take some healing, but I also have a superiority die. I have one more. No, those are useful in combat.
All right, so how are you healing her, bud?
I'll just do the healer's kit again, because
Okay, so you spend
it's
one of
being down to
her
one spell.
d10s.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I don't have any hit die left, so. Are you able to?
Oh, you don't?
No, so I'll just
Okay.
use my last superiority die and heal. What is it again?
I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't know you.
Second wind, not second wind. Second wind.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Not
didn't know you
superiority
could
die,
heal with
yeah,
your
yeah.
superiority die.
Yeah. No.
I didn't think that was a thing. Second wind is d10
Training.
plus your fighter level.
Yeah. I have. Yeah.
Okay, so 7.
My sheet hates me. I think it's been sensing all the hate I've been sending its way.
Sheet is
So it's
against you.
bad.
Or wait, did it already add your level? No, your level's 3, right? The +2, I think, is your con. So yeah, that
Your
would be.
level. Why is my sheet saying I'm fighter 2? I know I leveled up to 3, but I don't know if it.
Oh, so that is right. So it should be 5, not 7.
Are we level 2?
No,
We're
you're level
We're
3.
level 3.
Okay, I have to double check that everything's correct.
Well,
then.
that might be another
Where's
reason
my
to just
sheet?
re-roll your sheet,
Yeah.
because it seems like it is not. Yeah.
Ah, and it keeps reverting my armor class back to 26 because I did that once.
That sheet is
These
buggy.
sheets are just regulating me so bad right now.
All right. So you get a little bit of healing from your second wind, and
Yeah, she still looks really rough. But yeah, let's go.
All right. So you open the door, which leads out into a hallway, narrow hallway. You would notice there's a bunch of mushrooms in this hallway, and
Ooh,
a bit
me
of
first,
a
me first.
bit of a smell, like kind of a moldy smell. You see the hallway goes east, and after a ways it turns south, but also continues east.
These appear to be large mushrooms, as in myconids, or just regular sized?
They're normal-sized mushrooms. Some are larger than others, but these look like probably normal mushrooms.
Okay.
This could be a food source. You think these would be safe to eat with your survival?
Okay. I will point that out.
Hey, some mushroom stew.
Spores.
Maybe that's what I need. Is just a good hearty meal. Anyone else want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first this time.
Alright. So yeah, you see there's a turn up ahead, and it looks like the east hallway leads off into a new area.
I feel like if we go this way, there's going to be a cutscene.
Looks like there's more mushrooms over there.
Do you want to gather some of these mushrooms, or are we just gonna come back later? It seemed like you were really excited to see them.
Oh, I mean, I don't think they're going to go anywhere, so we can wait a while if you don't want to take the time to harvest them right now.
Okay.
Alright, well, what are you doing?
You want to harvest them now?
I'm fine with whatever.
Okay.
I say we just
Uh,
check it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we just worry about these? Since I
for-
can tell that they are normal mushrooms, let's just worry about them later. Let's go on.
check for traps? But maybe yeah.
Can I do a perception check to see if I see anything unusual?
Sure. Give me a perception.
I guess I could probably also help by looking from where I am, but not as close.
Alright, so Bud is looking around. But yeah, all you really see in this hallway are the mushrooms. There is a lot of, looks like signs of passage on the floors and walls in here. Like maybe a lot of creatures have been moving to and fro through this area. Most of them coming from the east. It might be where the extra enemies are coming from beyond this place.
Do I see boot prints?
That would be, let's see, 18, yeah, you do see some boot prints that have been made recently.
Okay. I'll just let everyone know that, and then say, yeah, I think the boots that we heard, they went this way.
I guess that's where we should go too.
That makes sense.
So the boots look like they're going south.
Let's go south.
Don't want to have anybody sneaking up on us from behind if we go a different way.
Well, those boots were not made for sneaking. They were just made for walking.
I was waiting for that.
Sorry.
Alright, so you are heading south?
Yeah, I'll wait for them to get a little bit closer so they can see me walk down the hallway
Oh, I'm right. Yeah.
in case something happens. Oh yeah, and probably the guidance has run out now, but I will cast guidance this time for perception. as I continue to look for traps.
Alright, actually, hold on one moment to check something. My roll 20 is being buggy, as usual. Trying to grab some information. It just keeps loading. Alright, that kind of worked. Alright, so you're going south. You would notice as you move down the hall, there are more areas where some roots seem to be coming through the wall. They're not all over the floor, but they're on the walls a lot in this area. And you see more of them as you get to the room to the south. Luckily, they're, as I said, not as much of a stepping hazard as they were before.
It looks like I'm gonna have to be acrobatic again, though. I'll switch my. Well, let me just do a quick perception check, a quick scan of the area before I switch guidance over.
You don't think you need acrobatics to move through the area. There's not enough.
Oh, I don't.
There's not enough
Okay.
of a concentration like there was in the other area.
Cool.
Yeah. So you think you're okay.
All right, I'll keep walking quietly. I'm not hearing any sounds of any footsteps or anything, right?
No, you don't think so. You see a bunch of crushed Fomorians in this area, like dead mushroom people, in this room.
Okay.
And the roots, again, are kind of writhing a bit, moving around on the wall.
Oh, we got more of those crazy roots.
Sorry, the sneeze came on faster than I could get to the mute button.
Oh, I didn't even hear it.
Okay, good. My mic has good sound dampening then.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want to do?
I'm entering this room. I'm looking around. I don't see anything except for this door, right?
You see like I said, some dead Fomorian, a bunch of roots all over the wall, and in some parts of the floor, but not concentrated, so they're pretty easy to avoid. And you would see the hallway continues past here to the south, as well as there being a door on the west side of this room. No one has history, right? I think I keep asking that. You would see that there are some markings on the wall and an interesting architecture to this room that looks a little bit different from the other rooms.
We should probably consider getting a historian to join us with this archaeological quest.
What a useless idea, Rogan says. What's he going to give us, a history lesson? How's that going to help?
I don't know. You're right. I'm old. What do I know? You youngins know a lot more than me. This door, anything look unusual about the door?
The door is slightly broken. You don't think. Well, you're not sure if it's locked, but it looks like the hinges are kind of popped off of the wall where it was connected to the wall. It's still in place, but yeah, you're not sure how sturdy it is.
I see.
Almost like something's holding it there.
I don't see any traps.
You could use 18. No, you wouldn't see any traps. Though with an 18, you would see something interesting.
Well, that was what I rolled back at the hallway. If you want me to roll again for the
Oh,
room, I can
why'd
do
you
that.
say you don't see any traps?
I said, do I see any
Oh,
traps?
do you? I thought you said I don't see any traps. I was like, oh, that must.
Oh, no, I
fail.
asked you sorry, I may have said it as, I don't see any traps, but it was a
Oh, okay.
question. It wasn't a.
It's very confident. Go ahead. Give me a perception check. It's like, I
I
don't
see
see any traps.
traps everywhere.
They're just okay. So with an 8, no, you don't see any traps.
All right.
How far down is he? Is he like? I don't see him on the map anymore. I was looking
Well,
away.
you can keep going
Trying to look on the
south.
notes.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
okay.
go one more
Oh,
step.
there
and
you
you'll see
okay.
me.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't want to like.
I will. If it's like slightly off, I'll see if there's a crack somewhere where I can peek in and see what's inside.
Sure. So give me investigation. You're trying to find a way to look through this.
Oh, I forgot to roll the d4 for the perception check from guidance, but I don't know if it'll matter.
It probably wouldn't have mattered. So you do manage to locate a little hole in the door, allowing you to peek through, and there's definitely something a little bit worrisome inside.
Nah.
That's what you see.
Does he see me?
You don't think so, because it doesn't react when you look through at it. But that room is filled with roots, most of which coming from that thing you see. This might be the
I'm gonna
source of all the roots in this place.
Yeah, I'm gonna very casually, nonchalantly step back from the door, go over to it and say,
Oh,
okay.
and I keep thinking you have nature knowledge, because I was going to say you probably know what the CR on it is, but you wouldn't. You're like, what's that thing? I don't know. The heck is
I
that?
know what it looked like.
Yeah, definitely looks
So
scary.
there is a giant tree monster in there.
Oh.
On the one hand, it would be a very dangerous thing for us to try to
Time out really quick. You have a passive of 13. Give me a perception check. You might have noticed some other things in there.
Assuming it hasn't been a minute.
14.
Oh.
16.
Okay.
So there were a couple of corpses around the tree, possibly acting as fertilizer. And you also would have seen some chests, as well as some other items dropped by the corpses in the room, possibly valuables, that the roots had kind of grown over.
Yeah, I'll just say, it would probably be dangerous, but it looked like there was some treasure in there, and also it looks like this is probably the source of all these roots. So maybe if we can get rid of it here, we won't have to mess with these roots anymore.
Rogan looks worried. He says, I've never fought a tree. Is it dangerous?
I mean, I wasn't very effective against those roots. Should I use something different?
Maybe this would probably be a good place to use the oil that I got with some fire.
Yeah, plants probably don't like fire.
Okay.
Particularly trees, in my experience.
So yeah, I would take all of my oil out of my inventory and like stuff it into my belt so it's like an easy reach. I have 7 flasks. Do you guys want any?
Wow. I have 2 myself.
Actually, I think I have 6 because I'm pretty sure I had 7 before I gave one to Rogan.
Sure. I mean, I guess I could always.
Rogan says, well, if we're going to fight this thing, I mean, shouldn't we at least heal up our loves to get shot with crossbow traps ally?
Mm.
He says,
well, actually, good point. I mean, I'm sorry I missed it because I was trying to catch up on on notes because I'm way behind. But did this tree look corrupted?
This tree looked corrupted would be putting it mildly.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure that we've checked that because maybe it was a friendly tree. No.
Oh, it looked very angry.
Okay. All right. I say
And it
we
was
go
feeding
in the
on
front.
corpses. Did I mention that? It seemed to be
Oh.
feeding on corpses.
No, you
Yeah, I was a
definitely
little
didn't mention
distracted by
that.
my cursed sword.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, it might very well be a good idea to just maybe look around the rest of the area and then
Take a
get a
rest.
good night's sleep tonight and come back and deal with this guy first thing in the morning. It
Yeah,
might
I'm
not
not
be
sure
bad.
I'm feeling up to fighting a giant monster tree that feeds on corpses right now.
To this point, he has not noticed
Did we
us.
ever find the blood hand bodies?
You've
didn't.
not.
Maybe that's what the corpses in
They're
there were.
eating.
Ew. Oh, like
It's
maybe the
true. Those
roots, like,
corpses did look
drag-
kind of fresh.
Hmm.
Okay.
Rogan would say, a historian I'm not sure about, but a botanist might be useful in this place. Know what some of these things
Well.
are.
Well, I mean,
It's funny. It's kind of like I accidentally prophesied this when we fought when she accidentally booming bladed that tree outside the dungeon because there was a skeleton at its base and she thought it was eating
Now you
people.
have to, yeah,
So she booming bladed that tree.
yeah.
And now
You
there's actually a
foretold
tree.
what was to come.
Yeah.
Now there is actually an evil tree eating corpses.
Yep. See, I knew I was right to attack that tree.
I mean, not that tree necessarily, but yes, you were right that
Trees.
there are some nasty trees in this world.
Yeah, that being one of them.
Rogan says,
should we-
well, go ahead.
Should we try to just give a wide berth to that for now? What were you gonna say, Rogan?
Oh, I was just going to say, if we are going to skip past this, are we going to go back and rest or keep exploring?
It's kind of early in the day to just call it a day. So maybe we just keep exploring a little bit,
Yeah.
and just try to not draw that
Yeah, the
tree's
tree's
attention.
in there, right?
He says, well, I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
some more training from Millette, but yeah, that's true. It's
Yeah.
still kind of early.
Maybe we'll just see what's down. It looks like from where I'm standing, it looks like there might be a door down that way a little bit. Maybe we could just check and see what's in there, and then head back.
Oh, actually, hold on a sec before you go anywhere. Oh, yeah, I was going to say that looked like it was wrong. Give me one moment. All right, I fixed what I was talking about. Good. So what are you gonna do? In the hallway beyond this tree, there are still some roots coming out of the walls and ceilings, but a lesser amount.
I think we should keep going south. Oh, I just saw something move.
It's the writhing roots. They're writhing.
Clearly.
Alright, so you don't see anything else. Well, farther down the hallway you would see some more roots. But in this area they seem less dense. And it looks like there's another hallway to the west here.
Well, which way do you want me to go?
Maybe we'll just check that little area over there.
Okay.
Guess I'll sneak up with you.
So it looks like there is a door, which is closed. Not sure if it's locked. Is there a reason you're so far back, Una, or do you mean to be that far back? Okay, so you are following them.
Yeah, I mean, I am trying to hang back, but not that far.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a door here.
I'll re-up guidance and look at the door to see if I see any traps or anything.
Okay. So D4 plus perception.
Okay, there it goes. Ooh.
So no, you don't think this door is trapped. You don't think it is locked either.
I will listen at the door. Do I hear any rustling inside?
No, no movement.
All right, I will very carefully and slowly open the door.
All right, so you see another room with a bunch of vegetation and more roots to the south, as well as what looks like an old wardrobe, which is in surprisingly good condition, considering nothing else in this room looks like furniture.
Mimic.
It's another mimic.
It's actually the doorway to Narnia.
Check for a trap.
Just kidding, it's a
underground,
mimic.
too.
Arr, 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 arr.
Yeah, I'll the plants you said look corrupted or no?
These plants? They might be. You'd have to examine them closer. If you want to get closer and take a look.
Of course I do.
Oh.
Alright.
What could possibly go wrong?
The plants here look like they have more of those kind of weird pustules on them, which you can try to collect for some rare herb maho. That would be a herbalism check.
Will do. I think that. Which skill do you use with herbalism?
Which ability? I would say probably. Because that's right. It's set now, right? Like it doesn't let you choose.
I'm looking. I'll tell you just a second.
I would guess wisdom, and I would guess knowledge nature gives you advantage. But
it's intelligence.
Which that makes sense too.
They just really want to punish druids. Yeah, great.
All right. So you managed to collect 20 maho of rare herbs.
Okay.
These pustules. Not as much as you'd like, but at least it's something.
Rare herbs.
Oh, and surprisingly, because I think Alette, you'd still have your detect magic going. The wardrobe does look magical.
Ooh, magical wardrobe.
It
Is that why
is
it's so
the
shiny
doorway
and
to
clean?
Narnia.
Maybe it's not a mimic after all.
Maybe
Right?
not.
Mimics
but
don't
just to be
show a
safe,
magical
I'm gonna
aura, right?
cast poison spray on it.
On the
I mean,
wardrobe? Alright. Go ahead, do an
Yeah.
attack roll.
I mean, if it's just a regular wardrobe, it's not gonna do anything. So
You're pretty sure. Well, actually, you probably don't remember anything too much about the mimics. All right, so you cast poison spray, and it would just basically just spray a bunch of poison on the outside of the wardrobe.
and it doesn't react.
It does not.
All right. Maybe get closer, in case I need your help here. I'm gonna like tap on it with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Knock on it.
You
Anyone there?
tap the wardrobe, and nothing happens.
This mimic is clever.
Yeah, it's waiting for us to just open it up.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna open it.
Is the glow coming from the wardrobe or from inside the wardrobe?
The wardrobe itself is magical.
Oh, maybe it's trapped with magic.
Could be.
Right? So maybe that's not a good idea. She was like about to like open it. Because if it's the wardrobe itself, why would a wardrobe be magical?
Rogan says,
you know,
well, he would say, I mean, it's the only way it would have survived. Maybe this was a bedroom at some point. Some kind of preservation magic?
Yeah, what is my detect magic detecting it as?
Transmutation aura, which could be a preservation magic, because those are not, I wouldn't say common, but they're one of the more common enchantments to put on things to make them last a long time.
Yeah, I mean, she wouldn't know too much about what they do. She would just be able to kind of tell what kind it is. But yeah, transmutation, like my sword, something to keep it nice and strong and shiny.
Probably just some fancy wizard lived here, and like that wardrobe makes outfits out of thin air for him. That's probably all it is.
Oh, that would be neat.
It'd be really cool. But just to be safe, maybe only one of us should be in the room when we open it. I can open it. I'm fine with that. If you wanna.
Oh, okay.
I have a pretty good. I mean, I don't think it's gonna explode or anything, but.
I will be ready to heal you from back here.
Okay. Okay, she's gonna open it.
Alright, so the wardrobe opens. Does not seem like there's anything inside of it, just empty.
Oh, it's empty.
You got to
She's
say
gonna
the magic
can she
word.
like reach in and see if she can feel the back of it?
Give me a perception check.
Feels strangely cold in the back.
So
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
looking
nice and
around
breathe.
in the back of it, and as you are, it looks like there's a little release panel which you can open.
There's a secret panel here, bud. Una,
Oh.
you're gonna like this. Secret compartments. Oh, she stepped away. But should I
that
open
sounds
it?
exciting.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to check it for traps
Okay.
before I do anything?
So I'll peer at it.
Alright, so another perception check. Una investigates or perceives the panel. Doesn't look like there are any traps.
Looks pretty good.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to open it then.
Do you want me to open it, or are you doing it?
I can do it. If you want to get back just in case, because I just expect everything to explode or something. But you said there's no traps, so I mean.
Alright, so
fine, right?
you pull the panel open, and there is a hole in the wall behind it, a little
Does go
tunnel.
to Narnia.
It does not go to Narnia,
Ooh.
unfortunately.
Oh.
But it does
you want
look
me to-
like it connects to the other area.
Do you want me to? Oh, it just goes back somewhere where we've already been.
Weird. Okay, so like I'm gonna go here.
So if you go to the other side, you do find it's a solid wall, which is disappointing.
Aw. Why would they have a? Maybe they built the wall later.
Yeah, maybe this was like a secret escape for somebody, and then new owners came in and walled it up.
Rogan says, "Did you look around? Is there anything over there?"
I'll have another look. I mean, I just kind of.
Give me a perception check. So you're fiddling with the wall over there, and you would find there is a handle.
Oh, another secret compartment. She'll pop her head back out. Tell Una. Cool.
I don't
And then
understand it. It's an awful lot of work. Like compartment
Yeah.
within compartment. Like what?
This room must have just been very important to guard. I don't know. Let's Should we just open this one? Or is it worth checking again? No magic still, right? I mean,
No, you don't detect any magic coming from this wall here.
Okay. Any traps? I mean, it just seems like they.
But actually, I'll say that when you came through here, you noticed on the floor of the wardrobe there was an aura, which is very odd.
Oh.
There's a what?
Like there might be something below the floor of this wardrobe.
Oh.
Oh, maybe there's another secret compartment there because I see another magical aura.
Wow, it's like the layer of distraction on top of layer of distraction.
Yes. I am feeling all of the rabbit holes here.
I would definitely like to poke around the floor of that wardrobe.
Okay.
Yeah. Before we check that door, I guess let's check this out.
So you're taking a look at the bottom of the wardrobe. Give me I guess investigate, because you kind of notice it already. You're just trying to figure out how to open it. Okay, so 14. You think you're close. DC is 15.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to use a knack.
A knack?
Yeah.
Like the psychic die thing?
Yeah, let me find it.
Alright. So, yeah, you figure out that you can kind of separate the floor panel from the floor of this wardrobe, and underneath you would find some old dusty slippers as well as a small pouch. The slippers don't seem magical, but the pouch does.
Someone really wanted to keep these slippers safe, apparently.
Are they fancy? Are they? I mean, I guess that's.
I would hand out the slippers and then I would check the pouch.
So the slippers kind of fall apart as you pick them up.
Oh, they fall apart.
Oh, that wasn't the slippers they were guarding.
It seems like the bag is, this bag seems to have magical aura on it.
Does the bag, does it, yeah, that was going to be my next question. Does it look old or does it look immaculate?
It looks fairly new, so you'd guess magic, and I mean the aura confirms it, kind of.
I would like to open the bag.
All right. So you have probably heard of bags like this, as it seems to be a bag of holding.
I would like to turn it inside out.
It could be a bag of devouring.
Hush. How do you know that?
I said it could be. I didn't say it was.
I would like to turn it inside out.
No, just stick your hand in. That's you just stick your hand in those things.
So you turn it inside. Or wait, are you turning it inside out or not?
Oh no, she definitely turned it.
Yeah.
If she's heard of these bags, then she's gonna turn it inside out because she hopes that there's gonna be some like fun treasure that falls out.
Okay.
Gives it a shake.
So as you turn the bag upside down, there's suddenly a bunch of loud clanging as a bunch of rusty longswords come falling out of it, just making a huge pile on the floor.
Exactly what we were hoping for.
Not a single one of them is pretty.
No, it seems like someone was just storing a bunch of swords in this bag for whatever reason.
Well, I lightened it up.
Yeah.
Anyone want
Oh,
to?
that must have sounded horrendous. That must have been really
clang,
loud.
clang, 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 clang. Yeah, there's a big pile of swords now blocking the secret door.
Okay.
Well, I'll start hauling them over into the bushes.
At least we found a cool bag.
Give me a perception check, Alette.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Come on.
So yeah, you haul the swords over and kind of just throw them in the bushes. Very, at least a little more quietly than them first, like just clanging out of the bag.
Well, we probably woke that tree up.
Maybe do
And
trees
who
have
knows
ears?
what else?
And the boot. And the boot guy.
Yeah, you
Boot
just,
guy probably knows where we are.
it's true.
We haven't exactly been quiet.
Rogan says, well, you know the nice thing about this passage, we can avoid all those stupid routes to get back here if we want.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about being attacked as much.
So we should go rest, and then we'll come back and burn a tree.
Yeah.
Who wants to
This
carry
is-
this bag? You guys want me to carry it?
Yeah. I wouldn't have known
Sure.
what it was. I mean, I knew it was
Oh.
magical, I suppose.
Well,
It-
Lou, you said I'd heard of bags like this, like I knew what it was.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, then yeah.
you probably haven't had one before, but you, would probably know, or at least assume from what you've heard, that this is some kind of bag of holding.
So yeah, then she's gonna be playing with it on the walk back, because it is kind of a novelty. Like, this is so cool. Watch when I drop. Look. She's dropping stuff
she
in and
just
pulling
looks so
it back
excited
out.
about it that Alette's
Yeah,
just like,
things
yes,
disappear
let her.
into it, then using kind of a thought, you can summon them back into your hand from inside the bag as an action.
And but did you want to store like it holds lots? Did you? I know we gave you a bunch of components and stuff to carry around, but if there's anything you don't want to carry anymore, I got a bag now.
Yeah, let's
Maybe
need
when
to-
we rest, we can. Yeah.
I
We all
need to
have something
figure
cool
out what I
today.
can do with these herbs and nature components and things. I might be able to do some things with that, but I can't really do anything with the arcane components. We also got a lot of old world gold and silver and copper that
Yeah, that could all go
Kinda.
in there.
taking
mean,
up
it out.
space.
If I
Yeah.
remember right, how someone told me about these bags before. They have a limit, so we got to be careful not to overload it. But yeah, it can make carrying those coins much easier.
So I've added a
Yeah.
bag of holding to your locations. You might want to darken the page, Miri. I know you're not a fan of the whiteness of the
Got it.
Google Sheets. And you said Una took this bag, so I'll put Una.
We
Yeah,
all got
okay.
something cool today. It, the bags of holding are like a party thing, but it's like we all have something cool that we found. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
I did
good.
technically have a bag of holding on my wish list, but
That's true.
I am
So it's like you
fine
got
with.
2 wish list items in one.
I know. I got
Bud
my
just
first
snatches
common
the
and my
bag.
first
He's like, it's
uncommon.
mine. It's on my wish list.
No. I didn't necessarily want to be the one to carry it. Just I wanted the party to have one.
Now you can take that off your wish. I mean, unless you.
I just figured I'm
Second
normally
one.
in the back line.
What are
and
those little
I don't know.
bags you
I
have
guess it doesn't matter who
the
carries it,
marijuana
but,
in? The baggie of holding.
Now, let's not get into where I keep my stash.
All right, fair enough.
We don't know each other well enough yet.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fair.
I guess the compendium isn't.
So,
Mm.
do I get to if I get an item off of my wish list, do I get to add another item for free to get back to the 4, or do I have to use?
I'll say, I'll say if it's on there and you haven't gotten it, you can change it if you want, whenever you want. So you can change those items up until right before I roll for them.
Right, but on the common, since I got. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. That makes sense. I need to have 4 unless I spend story points to get more than that.
What I usually do is when I know sometimes it's few and far between, but when the groups get to markets, big cities, black markets, whatever, that's when I search for the commons, because Lou usually lets me find those a little easier than you're gonna find uncommons and stuff.
That's fair.
Yeah. So when you go down, when you do get a wish list item, you would go down to 3. So at that point, you'd probably want to use a story point to get back up to 4.
I see.
Now,
Right,
and there isn't real. I mean, you could have multiple things of one rarity, but you want to have at least one of each, because if you don't have one and you roll it, you just get a random item.
Yeah, if you roll a D100 100 on that D100 and you don't have the legendary down there, and Lou rolls something random that your character can't even use, That
Yeah,
would
that
suck.
would be a very sad day. I can always have a legendary available.
I always put a
But
legendary in there, and I'm like, I know I'm never gonna get this, but if I don't have it here, then Murphy's Law says that's when I'll get a legendary.
yep, exactly. All right, I will. I
Although I
don't know if we need
don't
to worry about this
don't
now,
have a
but
legendary for Una, but
I will
we'll-
spend a story point to replace that item on my wish list with another uncommon.
Okay. That is. Oh, for the bag of holding.
No, for the
Oh, for the
hat.
rat. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You can put whatever you want in there. All
Now,
right.
the problem is I put these in alphabetical order, so I don't really know which one I want next. So
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I have to think about that. But please continue. That's my problem.
All right. So yeah, what are you doing?
Well, is there more to explore? I guess, did we have any paths we haven't finished?
You can go south more.
Oh, I guess there was a couple doors we passed too, right?
There's that side area to the east that you could explore, and the hallway here continues south. So there is more stuff to the south.
Let's keep going and be real cautious. What do you guys think?
To the.
This door
this
is,
here?
I guess this door right here. Yeah.
Oh,
is
that's
ours.
the tree door.
Well, that's the tree door. Okay. So, other than south, was there another one, Lou?
Well, south, there might be more stuff. Behind
this was
you,
a new area, wasn't it?
Yeah, behind us to the west.
behind us to
Gotcha.
the west, is that in that
The
mushroom
east.
area that leads to a new place.
Where?
Up
I
north
think
and
it's
west.
to the east.
Or sorry, east. Yeah, east.
Northeast. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Oh, up there. Okay, I was so.
But
confused.
it's like a new map, so we
Yeah.
said we'd circle back, I guess. All right. So then I guess south it is.
All right, so
Yeah.
you are
Yeah.
heading south.
The roots look a little thicker here. Am I going to need to make acrobatics checks?
Yes. So to get past here, it looks like you would have to, or you could jump it. It's only 10 feet of roots. If you
Okay.
have at least a 11 strength.
I have. I don't know that I do.
I have a 10.
Nope, I have 10. So I will
We are
cast
lacking in strength and intelligence.
strength and
That's-
intelligence.
Rogan
not
says,
our
"I
thing.
can jump it." Huh! He just
Okay,
jumps
well,
over.
you want to go see what's done?
We need to
Okay.
recruit an Eldritch Knight as our next party
He
member.
says,
That's funny, I was
"Looks
gonna
like
do
there's
that,
some
they-
bones up against the wall over here. Looks like they've been
will,
here a while, though."
Guidance on myself for acrobatics, so I can
Okay,
tiptoe through this.
so you do some fancy footwork, maybe.
9.
All right. So unfortunately, you would wake the roots.
No.
We should just burn them all.
Right?
You could.
I've had it.
But at this point, they are awoken, so I need initiative rolls.
I mean, with all that noise that we made with the swords, I'm surprised they weren't already awoken.
Yeah, I guess they
Well,
need,
you don't
like,
know if the
they
roots
can't
have
hear
ears.
Or
Yeah, it's more just
Well,
touching them
sense.
seems
But
to.
the vibration, like sounds make a vibration.
Yeah, but I mean, if it doesn't look like they quickly like they can't leave their areas. Like the roots can't like quickly rush down the hallway and attack
What
you.
a shit roll. Sorry.
All right, so
I'm no good against these guys anyway, so. I gotta figure
Rogan
out
says,
how I'm
"Bud,
gonna
what are you doing?"
help with the tree.
Oh, I'm stepping on roots.
Stepping on roots. All right. So Rogan
It
also.
would be on the other side, right? Because he jumped.
Oh yeah, he jumped, so he's over here. It's like, oh damn it, Bud, you're crazy. Just stepping on those roots. All right. So the first act, as the roots awaken, are the roots. All right. So
Oh,
they are
no.
going to lash out at Bud. Basically jostled awake by him kind of scraping against them. They swing towards him. But luckily, the roots are also rolling poorly today, and Bud would go, oh, and just kind of dodge out of the way. So that's it for the roots. Rogan. Oh, that's me. Rogan says, more wood chopping, as he slashes down at them. But this time, the sword would just kind of bounce off as he curses. Bud.
All right. Oh, do I have to make a deck save?
Oh, yes. So starting on the roots, DC 12 deck save as they try to wrap around your feet. Oh,
Hey.
but you easily jump out of the way again.
All right, so I am going to do Shillelagh again because I noticed that the force damage worked last time.
All right.
I'll step to a point where I'm not standing on it.
Okay. So you
Like
hop
right
over
there,
there.
I'm sure Alette will flank with you, Rogan. Sorry, didn't think about that.
Are these people?
And attack.
All right.
15?
Yeah. 15 strikes it. Whap.
Sweet.
With your...
All right, 8 force damage.
Alright, so the roots writhe a bit as the force damage blasts them. What else?
That's it. That's bonus and action. So I'm done.
Okay, so they have 1 level of wound. Alette.
Okay, am I standing on the roots right now, or
No,
just...
you're 5 feet away from the roots, so you have to
Okay,
get
so
over
I can
here to
attack.
attack them.
Oh, okay, good stuff. Okay. She will attack with her magical sword.
Alright, so you slash or pierce at the roots. Yep, 27 will strike them, giving you Vex and 2 points of piercing.
That's painful.
Anything
Oh.
So
else?
sad.
I know.
These
No, that is literally all she's got.
short swords are not very effective for cutting wood, you're finding out. Alright,
Yeah.
Una.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I've kind of got the same problem.
But y'all need to put chainsaws on your wish lists.
If there was a magic item, like
It's
a
super
a magic item
effective.
weapon that is a
Double
chainsaw,
damage.
That'd be awesome. Very metal.
Okay. All right. Honestly, guys, I don't really know that I have any good options here. So
Rogan says,
I'm
set it
just
on
gonna
fire.
Yep, like
Yeah.
regular.
I'm gonna empty a flask of oil.
Aha.
Alright,
all over.
so as an item interaction or whatever they're called now, you pull out a flask and I guess try to throw it on the root.
I mean, like, I don't know if it's just like, I guess, is it a glass flask? I was thinking I would like take the cork out and just kind of like dump
like-
it.
Like shake it off onto the.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
So
if
you.
it counts as a throw, if it counts as a throw, then I can do that. Whatever works.
Well, I mean, you don't think the root can move out of the area, so even if you don't get it on the root, you get it on the floor under the root.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna.
It's kind of like an AoE.
Upside it. I'm gonna take the cork out and turn it upside down and just like pour it on the root near me.
All right. So you sprinkle a bunch of oil on the floor.
Let me go take that oil away. So I'm down to 5. Yeah.
So yeah, there's a bunch of oil on the floor and on the root as it's kind of whipping around. Anything else?
Yeah.
So that was your action and your item interaction.
Then I would like to drop the torch.
All right, so you drop the torch out of your hand, which would light up the area. Question, do you know how much fire damage this deals? Does it say under the flask?
It does say under the.
Oh,
Or
here, yeah.
I think
I'll
it
look
gives
at-
you a combat action
Oh, okay. Then let me look here.
that says.
No, that doesn't help.
All right, so the roots are desperately trying to get out of the flame. Making a deck save, they would fail. So I would just need to know how much damage that
Yeah, I'm
does.
trying to find it. I found the legacy one. I'm trying to find. I'm not finding the current one.
I feel like it might be 5 points of damage, which, I feel like it wasn't a roll anymore.
Oh,
Maybe
I
that's
found
it.
it.
Okay, yeah, here we go.
Oh, you got it?
Well, it's okay. I did find it, but it's got almost nothing. Oh no, that's not the right flask. Never mind. Yeah, I only see legacy. I don't see any
So
new.
it's 5, you're right. It would be an extra 5 if you used a fire source. So the torch would be 1, so that would be 6 points of damage with the oil.
Oh, is that all?
So
But
the
then
roots.
they're burning now, right?
But it takes it again every
Yeah.
round.
So the
plus.
roots take 12 damage because it is vulnerable.
Nice.
And they're writhing around now like completely on fire, and that would give it another
5.
level of wound.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
This thing that the oil flask that I linked from D&D Beyond is the legacy. I couldn't find anything that said 2024.
I'm looking at the 2024, so maybe they did not
Or maybe they
change
just
it.
didn't change it too much. Okay. All right. That's my turn.
All
I
right.
don't think I have any bonus actions since I've.
So new round. Being on fire, I want to say it takes 1d6 of fire damage when something is burning.
They simplified it. They simplified it. I put the quote for the new one
Oh, did you? Let me see.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, so it would take another 10 points of fire, and that would actually kill it.
Oh,
Using
nice.
strategy. Nice.
All
It
right.
just
I got 5
completely
more of
goes up
these,
in
and then
flames.
Rogan's got one, and Bud's got 2.
Just get the
Rogan says, wow, who'd have thought that setting wood on fire would be more effective than stabbing it with a knife?
Yeah, it's just we don't
The
have as many
things, the
options
more
for
you know.
fire.
I mean, my knives aren't normal knives. They're special, like,
He-
psychic knives.
He pats
like,
you on the
who
shoulder
knew?
and gives you a wink as you say that.
Let's just. Well, I
So
mean,
maybe we should go after the big tree, so we don't spend all of our oil on roots.
Well, I think that we should be fresh and strong and alert when we go after that big nasty tree, because from what you said, it looked pretty scary. But
Ooh,
I
yeah,
also
that
agree
is
that
it.
we should be careful not to wake up these vines and to try not to use too much more oil. But let's
maybe
see,
we
I
can
have
buy some
5.
more.
I have 5 more. Rogan has 1, and I think Bud said he has 2. Did you have any, Alette?
No.
But that's a
we
lot.
can always buy.
Yeah.
Rogan says, well, I mean, we could always go back to town and buy some more oil at some point. It's only a couple hours away, right?
I think that's a
Let him know.
lot. If the tree doesn't move, just like these vines couldn't move, then, I think that's plenty. Like, to get it on fire. I mean, yeah, we might have to do some fighting
But
while it's
tinderbox?
burning, but yeah.
Well,
Maybe we can check with the blood hand. Maybe they
Yeah.
have some.
He shrugs and says, yeah, I mean, the Blood Hand probably have some lanterns, so they might have some oil. We can ask them. But yeah, for now, I guess we keep searching.
So would that have consumed that torch, I assume?
Yeah, it probably would have burnt up if you dropped it in
Yeah.
the oil.
Okay. So I will light a new torch.
The conservative way would have been to use an action to put the torch, but just dropping it in.
Right, but I
probably-
would have had to wait
Put it in
another
a
turn
round,
for that,
yeah.
so I thought this made sense.
Yeah,
That's
just
fine.
like, just threw it in there.
That was good. Next time we have time to prepare, though, that'll be good.
All right. So, yeah, Rogan would point out again there's a skeleton here and more roots to the south.
Can we investigate the Skelly? He got anything on him? He wearing a ring?
So
A funny hat?
you don't find anything on the skeleton, but you might notice something with a perception check.
I'll try.
Mm-hmm.
While you're searching the skeleton, something else might become apparent.
Not great.
No, you're looking around. You don't really see much, though. With a 16, Una, You think that there are some strange-looking scratches on the wall the skeleton is leaning up against.
Oh, what's that? And I would point
Almost
to the
as if,
scratches.
yeah, something was scratching at the wall here. Which is
Do they
odd.
look like? Does the skeleton look like he died? I don't. I guess like what's his positioning? Like
He's sitting against the wall, like he sat down
But how
here.
did this guy die?
Medicine might offer insight on this.
oh, Bud, what do you think?
That is my
Oh,
jam
I know how to do that.
right there. Medicine. 14.
So you would guess, due to some kind of scraping on the bones on his ribs, that he was stabbed and bled out here, sitting against the wall.
And the scratching on the wall?
It's almost as if you're not sure if he made this or someone else, but someone like maybe may have been scratching at this wall, but you have no idea why. Because it doesn't seem like there's anything off about the wall other than the scratch marks on it.
I would like to take a couple minutes to very carefully investigate the wall around the skeleton, above the skeleton, behind the skeleton,
All
just
right.
looking for any anomalies or buttons or creases or whatever. Yeah.
Sure. Give me an investigation.
Eh.
So 12. You're looking, but you don't see anything really with this wall.
I guess he just sat down and died after scratching on the wall.
I don't
Rogan
know.
shrugged. He's like, I don't know.
Was he trying to dig trying to dig out a secret compartment or something? I don't know.
Can I like take out a real dagger, not my psychic daggers, and like kind of dig at the spot where the scratches are? Like, I don't know, like kind of try and chip into the mortar and see if there's like if he was scratching there, maybe like I don't know.
Maybe he was
I
just
don't
trying to leave a warning. Does it look like he was about to write something?
You don't
know.
think so. Just looks like I said, just random scratches, almost as if, yeah, someone was just kind of desperately scratching at the wall for some reason.
But it's not like a contained room where he like was. That makes sense.
Yeah. He could have just.
Rogan is gonna take a look. He says, "This is very curious." And just kind of pause at it a bit, and it's like, I don't know.
Well, it's a mystery.
Yep.
He says, I don't know, Bud, Halette.
You want to maybe do
mean-
magic? Is it worth doing magic eyes? Waiting 10 minutes for Bud to see if there's any kind of weird anomalies or weird signatures?
May as well.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
So
Sit down and
Rogan
start.
leans against the wall. So you're ritually casting Detect Magic.
Yeah.
All right. So nothing happens. 10 minutes would pass, but you're not seeing any signatures coming from the wall.
Well, I'm stumped. It's a dead guy. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Does he look human?
Yeah. So Bud would say that, yeah, he looks like a human skeleton.
Okay. How long's he been dead? Do you know? Is he newer or older?
He's been dead at least 2 hours.
From what I know, it takes way more than 2 hours for a body to just become bones.
That's why I said at least.
Rogan
Can't
says, well,
possibly be wrong with that.
you're
That's
probably not
surely
wrong.
Well, I mean, it's possible that he just got killed by something that completely sucks the flesh off of the bone.
It's possible to be right without offering any useful information.
Yeah,
Or I've made a career out of it. Anyway, where were we?
All right, let's go.
Can I make a medicine check to see if I know how long it's
Oh.
been dead?
I mean, you can, but you're guessing like many years if he's just a skeleton. You don't think
Oh,
he
okay.
was sucked
Thousands
dry.
of years.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 2 hours and 1,000 years.
It's quite the
Thousands of years, the
range.
bones may not even still be. I don't know.
It's true. Well,
All right. Well,
what are you gonna
let's-
do?
Well, let's
What are you
keep
gonna-
going, but
Well,
this
all right.
time, don't
So
step on the branches.
When I get to the end of the ritual and have cast Detect Magic, then let me know.
Yeah, you already did.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, got it.
And we didn't see anything.
There's another door down here.
Yep, go
what do
ahead
you...
while you have your magic eyes. We should go forward.
Well, what about these roots?
Yeah, we were gonna do
Oh,
acrobatics
shoot.
to go over those.
Guide
Reagan says,
yourself.
do we
I'll
want to just burn
Recast
them?
guidance. Yeah. I don't know if we want to use up oil
Yeah.
if we don't have to.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe we just do like one person hop over.
Yeah, let's just use oil if some of them wake up and get nasty. That way we have some oil left for the tree. I mean, we have a lot of oil. We're doing good with oil.
So the
But-
DC on
yeah.
this would be 10 again, because there's a
Right,
little bit of
I've-
a concentration.
I
Well-
recast guidance.
Okay.
Good night.
Right. Well,
I should
guess...
stop doing
was-
this.
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to offer
give
him
me,
if he
initiative
wanted
rolls,
me
I
to.
guess.
Or we could have. Oh,
Sorry.
it's okay. We have
It's
oil
like,
now.
Bud, would you stop drinking?
At least this hallway will be clear
I don't
It's
drink.
true.
if we need
That's
to
kinda-
run away from whatever's ahead.
Oh wait, I have to click.
Because I mean, I guess if we just all just skip over these and then we have to run away later and we hit them, that would maybe be bad if we're running from something.
It's true.
Oh, I don't know why I rolled that. I need to roll initiative. Sorry, I rolled the. Well, it looks like I would have failed too if when I jumped to the vines, but I could have re-rolled or added to my roll. Wow, my initiative rolls have been real crap today.
Alright, so Bud, you were actually the first to go as the roots spring up as you accidentally
Because
bump
I
one
knew I was going to fail. Like, oh,
Uh,
I blew it. Dexterity save, right?
yeah, as you would start on the roots, and you would avoid being wrapped up, quickly jumping to the side as they
Yeah.
try to wrap around you.
Jump over down one square and same thing. Shillelagh and attack.
Alright.
Oh,
Well,
10.
No, so 10 is not enough. You whap the
Am
roots.
I flanking with Rogan?
Yeah, but 12 would... You need a 15.
Yeah, okay.
So that would miss, unfortunately. What else?
Sorry, everybody. That's on me. That's my turn.
Alette.
Well, hitting it's not such a good idea. I didn't get any of that oil, did I? I don't think I ended up taking any from
What oil?
Una.
Oh,
Oh, I was just
well,
asking out of character.
Una can give you a flask as a reaction.
Yeah.
Or
I
wait,
think,
no, you
yeah,
would use
Well-
your... I think you... Or no, she would use her reaction. And yeah, you can use your item interaction to grab it.
Yeah, I
Another
might
thing
use
I should point out is that there's so what I posted was the action from dousing a space. There is dousing a creature or object also, and this is what that says. So there is a dex save now instead of it being an attack roll.
Okay.
All right, so I
But
can.
just
Would it be my action to kind of take it and throw it?
It would be your item interaction to grab it, and then, yeah, you can throw it as your action.
Okay. Una, are you okay? Handed that over. I'll get it ready for you.
Would you give her an oil flask, Una, as a reaction?
Sorry, guys, I'm back. What are you talking
Can you? Oh, okay. So you missed that.
I'm sorry. I did miss that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We,
Alette
oh,
just called
okay.
to Una to
Phyllis, we
toss
just
her.
won the championship.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we did.
And
Congrats.
the last time they won the national championship, Steve and I were actually there. We were at the game.
Oh,
very
nice.
exciting.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, go.
Ella
so
just asked Una to toss her or like hand her a flask of oil. She was like, I'll toss it at it for you so you can get ready with your torch.
that would be a
Okay, so-
reaction.
Yeah, so if I can do that as a reaction, then yeah, absolutely, I will like hold it out and let her take it.
All right, so you pull it off your belt as she, item interaction or whatever it's called, grabs it from you and
and I will-
throw it at the roots.
Yes.
Okay, so dex save. The roots are not very dexy, and that would indeed hit the roots.
Nice.
Splashing all over them.
Light it up.
So that was your action. Anything else?
Nope. I think she'll stay here.
Rogan says, "I've got a torch. Una, light it up. I'm on wood cutting duty." As he swings his sword.
Yeah, I've already used my reactions. I guess I can't pass you a torch.
Oh damn it! He kind of nicks it, only doing 5 slashing. Says, "Well, did my best, and that is it for him." Una.
I will step forward and I will drop the torch.
Do you want to drop it or just attack with it?
I'm just gonna drop it because of my attacks, my strength is too low for my attacks to be effective. I just want to light it up.
Well, it.
Light up the oil.
Uh,
Even if they don't die this round, they'll have the whole burning thing, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. If you
Alright.
douse the space instead of the creature and it ends its turn there, it takes the.
Well, I think she doused the creature. She said. Or did you
Okay.
douse the
Alette?
space, Alette?
I mean, you're dumping oil on a branch.
I thought it was
Right,
more
that's
like
the
a
thing, if
AoE
it-
kind of thing.
Some of it's
It-
gonna be in the space.
All right. Technically, if it misses the branch, then you've doused the space. Like
True.
It
Yeah.
just happened.
Well, she didn't miss the creature is doused in oil,
Okay.
and there is some
Alright,
on the
cool.
ground, but
Sorry, I didn't know there was a specific.
Okay, so then does dropping the torch is less effective because of the way the oil was poured? Is that what I'm hearing?
yeah, it'd probably be a dex. Well, it would probably be a dex save. I think either way, because the armor
All right,
doesn't
well,
really help.
let me try. I'll use my action to try to do an attack with the torch, and I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, you don't have to do an
That would-
attack. I'll say that's a dex save for the branch, because its armor wouldn't help it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you wave the torch towards the branch, and no, it would not get out of the way in time. So you would do 6 plus sneak attack.
Okay. Oh, plus sneak attack. Wow. Let's see how do I.
You burn it in a very effective spot.
Oh my gosh, how do I roll sneak attack? There it is.
I think it's just a 2d6.
Yeah, there it is. Oh!
Okay.
Look at that roll.
So that would be 18 doubled is 36. So that is going to kill it.
Nice.
Wow.
All right, and that was one of my. Okay, let me go subtract that flask. I just want to make sure we're tracking this. But yeah, honestly, that was worth it because now we can run if we need to. We can run through this hallway without.
Rogan says, I gotta keep an eye on you. You little fire starter, you.
Hey, I mean, this time, Uslag laid the groundwork. You know, the oil.
Who's Uslag?
Not Uslag, sorry.
Yeah.
Alette.
I don't know who this Uslag is, but you're a bit of a pyro there, aren't you, Una?
I mean, did you see how useless my blades were against these? And then, boom, fire, they're gone. Better than watching them smack you guys around.
I agree with that.
That was
Alright,
very effective.
So, the other thing I want to do is, I have 4 flasks left. I want to
Hang on.
put one in
I have to add
Uslag's
something to
possession.
chat because I think it is relevant here in Discord.
Oh wait, what?
in the main chat
Yeah,
of Discord.
yeah. Yes.
It's very. That's what I was just thinking because of Una's actions.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. I heard
Alright.
like the story of like why that picture was taken and everything. Like someone interviewed her like as a grown up, and like she was like, yeah, it was just a like controlled burning, and it was a funny little story about that meme.
And it was probably like this child is probably having a conversation with the photographer, like whoever took the
Yeah.
picture.
Well, I
And,
just
like-
felt like she looks kind of like Una.
Oh
from
yeah,
Una's picture.
Oh, okay.
very young, but yes.
Very young Una. But actually, before we go too much further, we probably want to stop here and do some MVP votes.
Before we go too much, before we finish, Alette, I'm gonna take one more flask out of my inventory. If you would add it to yours, that way,
Okay.
you, me, Rogan, Bud, we all have flasks on our person.
Okay.
And I have
Yes.
3 now,
Okay.
and I think
I'm
Bud has
writing that
2,
down.
and then you and Rogan have 1 each.
Okay.
All right, MVP, I assume.
Yes, MVP.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going back to paper and pencil for my notes. This was a lot trying to go back and forth between my Word document. That
See,
was
I mean, I don't
overwhelming.
know. Like, I don't write fast or legibly.
Yeah.
So typing is better for me, but I agree that the screen switching makes it harder for you to focus on the actual session, to play and enjoy and like
Yeah.
hear. Yeah.
Maybe if I had like just a little like word processor, like a little tiny what are those called? A Chromebook, like just a tiny little Chromebook to like type out
Oh yeah. Okay,
on
maybe.
separately, like completely separate from the screen I'm on, and different keyboard. I don't know.
All right, so Una with
That
2
was
votes, you are MVP.
Oh.
Congrats.
Wow, thank you.
Yay! Congratulations.
And that's the insight or inspiration, whatever.
Inspiration
Okay.
point, which is
Yeah.
just a +2 now.
Right.
Any XP claims, or sorry, any inspiration claims for funny or RP or anything in general?
Alette ran in and grabbed that sword. Took 2 sets of crossbow bolt traps because she wanted that pretty sword.
Was that
That was totally in character because I knew I should be careful in that moment.
All right, sure, you can get it.
Even after the first set, like Una was like coming up and like, hey, let me. Oh, there she goes.
Yeah, I'll give you an inspiration for that.
Thank you. Thanks.
And Bud got all drooly over the pustules and stuff that he could
Okay.
harvest.
I don't know if that would be. I don't remember him getting a little drooly, but.
But he was scouting a lot for us, which was
Yeah, he
really
really
nice
was,
because I was
yeah.
like, I'm gonna fall back a little bit.
Yeah,
He was
it's
like,
weird
"Okay, I
because
got
it's like
this."
on one hand I see stuff and I can disarm stuff and I should probably be out front, but then on the other hand, like literally they can take me down with 1 hit is what I'm finding in the combat so far. Maybe 2, but like I'm squishy.
Yeah, it depends on the creature.
At
Yeah.
least Alette can like survive the traps that she triggers. She's actually, I mean, she's got perception as a trained skill, and she's not terrible at it. She just can't roll above like a 3 on perception checks
Yeah.
for some reason.
You were just not having a good day for rolls.
Yeah,
Well, this
but
was fun.
it was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good game,
Yep, I
everyone.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lou.
Yeah, I'm taking some
See y'all
notes.
next week.
But yeah, I'll see you
Okay,
guys
good
next
night.
time.
Yeah, and I'm gonna rewrite my sheet hopefully by then. See how it goes.
Do you need a new sheet, or can you grab one?
Oh, I think we're able to do that ourselves now, right? Where we just add ourselves a sheet.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
also do it from the tools in Roll20 and then just import it into the games. All my games allow imports. So if you want to build it in the actual Roll20 tools, I think there's a section for building characters there.
I don't know what that is, so I think I'm just gonna do it this way.
Sure, if you want to do it here, that's fine too.
Yeah.
I think it's the
Oh,
same
you
thing.
mean like in a separate game that you have set up for specifically?
No, if
for your
you're just on
characters?
the homepage of Roll20, one of the options is tools, and there's a character.
Oh,
It's the exact same character builder. It's
I
just,
see. I see.
I think it's a little bit, like, it looks a little bit better. I don't know if there's any difference in functionality. I think it's the same.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say 2.0 for now for that sheet, and I'll do that later. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for the session.
Yeah.
See you all next
Good night,
week.
everybody.
Good night.
See you next week.
Is this the group where we have a new player joining, or no? I think I'm getting my groups mixed up. We're still just 3 here, huh?
Yeah. There's no new player in this group, at least not yet.
Yeah, I think that's tomorrow's group that has a new one.
Uh,
I mean, do you think it's the day? We've just had so much, even after restarting and being low level, like, we've just had so much trouble finding people. So maybe people just don't want to play on Monday.
I don't know. Do we have a new player tomorrow? I don't think we do.
I don't know if they're playing for tomorrow's session, but you introduced a new player in chat, didn't you? Or
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Wednesday.
So
Or is it wait, I forget.
they were going to come in Tuesday. Then they found out the day didn't work. Then they were going to come in Wednesday, but then they found out they actually didn't have, because they thought they could just play like one game a month or something. And I told them that no, they have to. It's a little bit more of a commitment than that. So.
Mm.